Episode 151 of the Councilmen Show is here. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff, including the Amazon purchase of MGM, Mace Windu possibly returning in a future Star Wars project, Nolan's Oppenheimer keep on expanding, Puss in Boots 2, Miss Marvel trailer, and so much more. Join us in this week's show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Councilmen. This will be our 151st episode. Yes, today we got the usual, the four of us. We got Albert dropping kids at the pool. We got Kelvin,
I gotta
the
change that name.
Magnum.
Drop kids at the pool.
That
We
sounds
have
illegal.
we have Teguh, who is a Buka of Boba Fett, and of course Ariq, the Spear Goblin. Yes, we got the usual with us. Yeah, we got quite a lot to talk about, for today's episode. As usual, we start off with our weekly watchies. Then there's some casting news for Oppenheimer, biopic. Yeah, biopic stuff. Possible Samuel Jackson, playing Mace Windu again. Then some Amazon buying stuff. Buying some small indie company. Nothing special. Uh, and of course, we got some trailers to talk about. Puss in Boots and notably Miss Marvel. Yeah. All right. So yeah, pretty much that's all stuff you're going to cover for today. So let's start off with our usual weekly watchies. Yeah. As usual, the chat chime in on what you watched this week. All right. So who I guess you know what? Avik, why don't you go first? Oh
Hmm?
wait, before we start with weekly watches, I guess Sarmachin asked what's
Oh,
up with the goose camera. He packed it
yeah.
already. He's moving.
He's moving
Yeah,
out and he
so
packed the
I've
camera.
been an
Ah.
idiot yesterday. I'm moving, so next week you'll see a different background from usual.
Yep.
Didn't you say you
And
won't
yeah,
be here next week?
no, that's like
Oh, 2 weeks from now.
no 3 weeks from yesterday,
Oh
so two
yeah.
weeks. So next episode
Yeah.
I'll be here, but the episode after the next I won't be here.
Gotcha.
Yep. Pretty much that. So
Or
yeah. All right. So
Yay.
Avik, why don't you go ahead with your what you watched this week?
Not sure if I should count it or not because I wasn't like paying attention to it.
Okay.
I was eating dinner and like the TV was on right to like
Okay,
the
sure.
movie channel, and
What you
what was
watch?
and the movie that was playing at the time was a Rambo First Blood. It's like very
Oh.
retro.
Wait,
I've
wait.
never watched
Rambo
that.
First Blood Part 2 or Part 1?
Part one. Part
Oh,
one.
part one. Okay.
I
No,
hate-
the
I hate-
second,
I
the
hate
part
that
two
title.
played, but obviously I can't watch because we're starting.
Oh, the part two is playing right now.
It's playing right now. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. I watched Rambo part one. I think I missed like the first 10-20 minutes of the movie, but I guess I sort of understand the gist of it. And it's suffice to say it's a pretty cool movie. I mean,
And
it's about it's an action movie. It's Rambo,
I
and
don't think 90s action movies is it 90s?
80s.
Like
I think it's 80s.
80s
is
action
it 80s or
movies.
90s?
Well, either way,
I
action
want to
movies
say
at that era
84,
doesn't really have much,
82.
convoluted plot to go with it. It's
No,
just
no,
kind
it doesn't.
kind of
It
like
doesn't. But
and that's why
guys,
Eric likes
shoot.
it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest here, like, the plot is easily explainable. It's basically like everyone like knows that Rambo is a war veteran, right? And when he came back to the United States, he was like basically I don't know discriminated by the police and shit, and so like he was kind of like on the run from the police and whatnot. And I guess, yeah, that's it. That's just the whole basis of the plot. And yeah, no, it's a pretty cool action movie. I still like the sound effects back then, where the guns sound like pew 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 bang instead of like actual.
Hey man,
Like it's that
classic
old.
gun sound. The
The
classic.
classic gun sound. Yeah. But to be honest, I actually didn't expect it. yeah, like I said, it is a simple plot, but it had such a powerful like moral message and shit. And it's basically
Really?
more veterans have it hard.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
dude, like the dude came back from a war. He saw his friends die. He had to kill people. And when he came back, people called him. People were against the Vietnam War, right, at the time.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
So yeah, they called him like names and shit. Then he got discriminated. Like he had it rough, basically. That's the point.
That's really rough.
Yeah, yeah, that's like
Yeah.
damn. That's a good moral like uh message, but yeah, the plot is simple and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah, cool movie, cool movie.
Yeah.
I never watched like those 80s action hero movie yet. Any of them. I don't think I've
Have
watched
you
it.
have you seen Indiana Jones?
No, never.
Yeah,
Have
I
you ever
played the
seen
Lego
Terminator? Have you ever seen Terminator?
when I was really young, so I don't remember
Have
anything
you
from it.
seen Die Hard?
The
First
shitty
one?
ones, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
shitty
that-
ones.
The one with
Oh,
the
okay.
sun.
Yeah, so you really have never seen any of the 80s. Not even the I
Never,
guess
Yeah.
not
never.
even the origin. I'm not even gonna
I
ask
only
about the
know
original
them
Mad
because
Max.
I only know them because I play Broforce. So Rambo is Rambro for me.
Yeah, Broforce
what's
is-
Broforce? Someone explain to me what
Broforce is
game,
a
right? Yeah.
game. It's a 2D side-scrolling game kind of thing where basically all the action heroes from the 80s, something like that, they all have they put bro in their name. So Terminator, Brominator, Rambo,
Terminator.
Lambro,
I regret I
Predator,
asked. I regret that I
Brodator.
asked this.
The classic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. At least Kelvin knows the characters already.
Yep.
But yeah. So yeah, that's all I watched.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
Not
I've never seen it too. I wanted to watch it because Rambo: Last Blood came out like last year, 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago.
There's a
Yeah,
new
2019.
Rambo.
2 years ago. No, 2
It was
years ago. Yeah.
well, it was the last one. That's why I call it Last Blood. And I meant to watch all the other Rambo films, but I never got to it. So yeah,
Wait, how many Rambo films are there?
5.
A lot.
Um,
I didn't
Last
remember what
Blood?
that much.
it's Rambo: First Blood, Rambo: First Blood Part 2, and they really
Yeah.
should have gone to Rambo: First Blood Part 3, but they didn't, and they go to Rambo 3 instead, and then
Damn.
it goes to Rambo, and then it go to Rambo:
Community
Last Blood.
reference.
So yeah, no, the title
Oh.
doesn't make sense, but there's a
Uh,
5. Wait, I 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
there
mind. I've
was-
watched
there
the
was
fourth
some-
movie
Why
as
did
well.
I put?
should
Why did I
mention
do
that,
this
yeah.
when I count 5? What the heck?
You have to give a thumbs up.
I
you know?
put I put up 6 fingers for the audio listeners when I counted 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have to give a thumbs up, but you already put a 5 up, so understandable.
Oh, this is based on a novel that I didn't know. Okay, cool.
Whoa, Rambo is based on a novel?
I think I've
Yeah.
heard of it somewhere a long time ago. Like, yeah, it was a novel.
What's the action scene like in the book? Is it just like gun sounds?
Pew
Pew, pew.
pew.
Kelvin, Kelvin, a lot of action stuff came from novel. Did you know that Hunger Games is
Yeah, I
based
know,
on one?
but I don't know much about Rambo. All I know, he shoots a lot.
Actually, contrary to about that, he only started shooting a lot like in the last fight scene.
Oh, really? Okay.
Most of the
didn't
time, he was just running around, escaping
Oh.
the police.
know. Damn.
But yeah.
okay. Have you ever watched Rambo? Teguh? Teguh's dead. Rambo got to him.
Mic off. No, Rambo got to him. Oh, no.
Rambo
Okay,
got
to
to
My
him.
him.
mic was a bit busted. No, just not to my memory. Not to my memory, at least. I don't remember watching any Rambos.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, would you recommend, us that never
What?
watch this 80s action flick stuff? Is this
Yeah.
something you would recommend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun watch. Action, full of action. Well, some action at least in the first one, and I don't think it's that long either. Like the movie's like what, an hour or something.
An
I don't think-
hour?
Maybe an hour
We
30
need,
minutes.
we
but
need
it's
more
not. It's
films.
not
We
very.
need more films like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not long at all. So yeah, definitely easy watch.
Yeah, the first movie, 1 hour 33 minutes. That's a nice runtime. I
Mhm.
stand by it. 1 hour 30 minutes is the perfect time for a movie. Perfect runtime for movies.
Yeah, exactly. Old movies tend to be kind of short. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. All right. Is that all you watch this week?
Yes, that's all I watched. I wanted to watch Coda, but I missed it.
What? Aw, man.
Um,
This.
no,
What are you
there's
trying
like
to
there's like a. I think it's like
Are you
this.
doing it? Are you doing hand signs? I just learned what Coda meant.
I know what this means. Sandals, I think.
No, let me. I want to get this right. I want to get this right. No, yeah, it is like this. This means I love you in
Can't
Okay.
do that.
sign,
My
in American
fingers.
Sign Language.
Well, I can't do it.
Also,
I don't love it.
you know what,
either.
fascinating that I learned recently. Sign language is different from country to country.
Yes.
Like this
Yeah,
is
really.
American Sign Language is like ASL, right? And like
Yeah.
in remember when we talk about Drive My Car, I told you about their sign language. That's like Japanese sign language, and like, oh, okay, so it's
Oh,
different.
and it's different.
Remember that anime? What's it called? Like a silent voice? Yeah, that was the first
yeah.
time I noticed that the sign language was different.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
different per every
damn.
country. So yeah.
So cool. It's so cool.
Not every
I
country,
want, I
not
want,
every
I want to learn
language.
sign language.
I don't know if every country is different, but most countries different at least. If they speak different language, I think it's different, basically.
But I
Yeah,
think there is a universal symbol for the middle finger for every country. You know.
I think that's just universally known. I think even aliens know about that.
just universal. Damn.
All right.
Right.
Who got
Yeah,
next?
moving. Yeah, we got
Alright,
next.
yeah. Alright, Rambo First Blood for Ariq. Are you going to watch part 2, Ariq?
You know what? Why not? It already started. I watched the fourth
Yeah.
one already as well. Apparently.
Nice. There you go. Alright, Teguh, what about you? What you watch?
I watched finally the Book of Boba Fett.
The whole
Okay.
series.
Ooh, all of it.
Series, yeah.
Yeah, all of it. Of course, I binge everything. Um, all I have to say about it is most people were right. It's most interesting when the Mandalorian is on. No, I feel like here's the thing. I feel like it had potential. It's just I feel like there was no real direction to the movie, kind of, because um like they kept jumping in between Boba Fett trying to take over Mos Espa and like the backstory to how he survived and like how he found the what's I forgot what the character names. Master Assassin Shand, Fennec Shand. Um
Okay.
the only thing is because they were jumping in between those too much, it was very simplified and there was no real like there was not really any character development. There's nothing significant really happens, and even the ending, right? The final scene. The only significant thing that happens, I won't spoil it, but the only significant thing that happens is related to the Mandalorian in a show about Boba Fett. Even the final scene in a series about Boba Fett is a scene of the Mandalorian.
Not even Boba Fett.
Damn. So
Damn.
I don't know, man. It's just like
Is
it just feels like even the directors didn't know what they wanted to do with it, and at last minute, John Favreau just went, you know what, screw it, we just make this a
I,
Mandalorian series again.
I was about to say, does it seem like that the show is like, okay, we got a title, Book of Boba Fett, figure out the plot yourself. Does it seem like that? Because that's what I've heard. It seems like
Yeah,
there is
here's the
no
thing, it's
idea
weird because
of
it's
how they
all
want to do the show.
in the credits, at least to my memory, it's all written by John Favreau, right?
Okay.
Which it makes me inclined to not believe they kind of just like winged it, but it really felt like
They winged it.
even no, it didn't feel like they didn't know what they're doing. It felt more like they didn't care about what they were doing. It's just like, oh,
Damn.
money grab.
Damn, okay.
That's what it felt like. Um, if they just picked one, like actually cared about it a bit more, picked one storyline, either how Boba Fett survived or the aftermath of Boba Fett, and leave out the Mandalorian and really flesh out that story, I think it would have had potential. But I don't know, and I don't like their portrayal of Boba Fett either. It's like they made him too much of a goody two shoes.
Oh, okay. That wasn't what I had in mind of what Boba Fett
No,
is like.
he's like goody two shoes, and like I mean they gave the backstory to why he changed, but that backstory was also kind of half-assed, so I don't really like it.
Hmm.
And I don't like the new Boba Fett's way of dealing with things. And it's like,
Why? This like
again, too much of a goody two shoes. You don't
okay.
feel like you watch the series and you don't think that Boba Fett was a bounty hunter.
Oh damn.
If you
That's not
don't know that Boba Fett was a bounty hunter, and if the series didn't tell you at several points that he was a bounty hunter, you wouldn't know.
but I feel like
I mean, he doesn't act like one.
I feel like everyone knows at this point because all the ads I keep getting on YouTube is open helmet. I am not the bounty hunter.
I never got that ad.
I keep getting Boba Fett ads. Openness. I am not a bounty hunter. Well, I guess that's why Teguh. He opens his mask and literally say, "I'm not a bounty hunter."
Yeah, I mean, I get again the backstory is like a lot of it is like he wants to get out of the bounty hunting life, you know.
Ah, okay.
But just the execution was too bad. I think the story had potential, like the general plot lines and the general premise and everything. It had potential, but
Okay.
the execution was quite bad.
Pretty bad. Not
Also, they had I want to say car chase scene, but speeder chase scene, I guess, and that was
Pod
so
racing.
bad. It
pod
was so-
racing.
It's not.
Is
It's,
it- is it-
the,
is-
the
is it
original
the-
pod racing scene is like 10 times better.
Damn, this is
Oh.
not pod racing, guys.
It's
This
so
is
bad.
not
It's like it's
pod
one of those
racing.
things where like it's one of those things where like you can actually see that they had a clip and they just sped it up.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, ah.
Yeah,
Ah,
no.
yikes.
You can tell they
Yikes.
sped it up and it was jittery and all of that. No, it was really bad.
They add camera
was
shakes.
really
Yikes.
It-
No, Alfred still haven't watched
how's
it.
the
Oh,
I mean, I'm less interested now, but I also
Yeah.
want to see. I saw like a clip online about the Rancor like going through the city, and it looks bad. But I don't know. And
no,
yeah.
compared to the speeder chase scene, it was a lot better at least.
Is the speeders chase scene, the same one as the weird? I don't want to say weird. The very out of place, very clean, polished gangster people.
Yes,
That doesn't seem like they.
I
fit
don't like
with-
those
with-
either. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
those
heard-
people either.
I heard the criticism of like there's this group of people who are like super. They're supposed to be like gangsters kind of thing or whatever. I don't know. Like
More,
you know,
not gangsters. I would probably understand this. Roadmen.
biker gang, roadmen. Okay,
They're
but they're
literally
like-
roadmen.
but they have
speak-
like
they even have a
polished
like a
bikes.
London accent.
Oh, that seems out of place.
Yeah, but they're like really like they have this really like ghetto vibe, but they have like these like spick and span shiny like floating Vespas.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Vespas.
You're in
And
Tatooine.
yeah,
How do you
and
have
it
a
looks
shiny
like
Vespa?
a bloody Vespa. It doesn't
Okay.
look like, a modern like Star Wars speeder bike like the ones the Empire uses. No. It looks like a bloody Vespa.
Man,
I'm actually watching this scene
hipsters.
right now on YouTube. It actually is a Vespa.
Hipsters, man.
Bad.
Space hipsters.
Oh my
Like I don't know,
Yeah.
that felt way out of place. Like I don't have anything against the whole biker gang concept and everything, but the way they portrayed it didn't feel like Star Wars. It just felt way too
Okay.
way too clean, way too not Mos Espa, not Tatooine.
Mhm.
Like it kind of broke the immersion for me.
So
Man.
how much out of if you were to rate it out of 10, how much would you rate the show?
I was gonna give like a drop of 5 or something.
I was gonna give a 5, but the Mandalorian scenes were pretty
Oh,
okay.
yeah. How's the action scenes? Is it cool?
Grogu.
If the Mandalorian's involved, brilliant. When
God damn it. How
there's,
about
I
Boba
don't
Fett
know.
alone?
It might be because the actor's like a bit older, I think, but like the Boba Fett action scene. No, even the ones with what's her name?
Fennec.
Ming
Fennec.
Na Wen, yeah.
Yeah.
Like those scenes were pretty good. The action scenes they were pretty good. But the action scenes with Boba Fett, like the non-ranged ones at least, the ranged ones were fine. But like the non-ranged combat scenes were pretty. They weren't bad, but they were definitely worse compared to Ming Na Wen and
Okay.
the Mandalorians
Damn,
action
alright,
scenes.
alright.
Like the choreography,
Mm-mm-mm.
like
Okay.
felt a bit worse. So yeah, but
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know how much the final like 3 episodes is when the Mandalorian started getting into play. I don't know how much I'm gonna let that increase the score, but I'll give it 5.5, maybe
Alright.
6. 5.5. I'll give it 5.5.
All right.
I guess this doesn't encourage Albert to watch it anytime soon.
No,
now.
like no.
Unless
Here's the thing, right?
unless like if Mando season 3 comes out and like, oh, you have to watch Boba Fett. and
You
I'm
do.
like,
That's the problem.
Oh.
You do.
well,
Mando
at least
season 3
I won't watch. I won't need it for Obi-Wan because timeline difference. At least I know
No.
that.
But if you want to watch the next Mando season, you will have to watch Boba Fett because again, it's the book of Boba Fett, but something really significant happens. Well, no, 2 really significant things happen
With the Mandalorians.
with the Mandalorian, but nothing
I'll
significant
watch it.
happens with
I'll
Boba
watch
Fett.
it. There are
Alright.
worse things. There are worse things to watch outside.
That is
out
true.
there, so, yeah.
If you want, Albert, if you don't care about the series and you just
Put it in
wanna
the
like
background.
know what happens to the Mandalorian before it, just like watch from like episode 5 or something.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
You can literally skip
Yeah.
all the previous episodes and it won't really break
I'll
for
watch
you.
them in the background, like stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
It'll be
like
fun.
you know how when I binge watch something, like I go all the way from like episode 1 to like the last episode.
Yeah.
It was boring enough to the point that I got to episode 3, I decided to stop, do
Damn.
something else, and then come back later.
That's fair.
That's
So it wasn't even a
that's how
one-time
little I
binge.
cared.
Yeah.
So sad.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Mandalorian, not good. I guess.
Book of Boba Fett, not the
Book of, and Mandalorian. No, I mean the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah.
Mandalorian is the good one.
Yeah. I mean, talking about the Book of Boba Fett, I feel like Teguh talk more about the Mandalorians and the Book of Boba Fett.
No, here's the thing, you explained this to me some time ago. I'm not sure if you remembered, but it's like it seems like the show has been Borutoed. Remember you
Borutoed.
mentioned to me like the story of
Borutoed.
Boruto, they introduce him,
That's a
Oh.
verb.
and then the writer is just like, no, fuck it, it's about Naruto again.
Yeah. That happened. That happened.
You know what?
Yeah.
I can agree with that description. Yeah, it got Boruto.
It's been Borutoed.
Okay. Wait. So for the audience that don't follow anime, so okay.
Well, I don't
First
do it
of all,
either,
I don't
but
read. I don't read or watch Boruto.
Lies.
I haven't even watched Naruto.
And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
watch
Okay.
Boruto. That's why. That's crazy.
No,
Just kidding,
but
just kidding.
according to my friend, yeah, like at one point in the story, like the writer for Boruto don't know how to get out of this situation or something like that, other than giving him a power up, and then they just decided like, and then like the author of Naruto just comes in and like help him like just make Naruto OP again. And yeah, that's what happened. Naruto came in to save the day.
That is the solution.
So this is the same thing. Like Mandalorians
Same
came
thing,
in to
yeah.
save the day.
yeah, Mandalorian will save the show at least, or try to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, let's go to the chat a little bit here. Let's see what everyone has been watching.
A lot of people have watched a lot of things.
Yeah. Naruto demands catching up on some 2021 Best Picture nominees. I watched Belfast. It looks good and it's well made. I just personally didn't care about the story at all. Ooh. Did you watch Belfast already, Redbird?
I did.
Yeah. Well, do you like it? You like Belfast?
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Mm.
It's well made. I agree. I'm pretty much in the same.
Same with
Yeah,
Naruto the Man here?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right.
It's
Let's go to the next one.
it's like a good time though. It's like a good feel good watch sort of.
All right. Yeah. Next one here. Katie Lynch. Watch Cheaper by the Dozen. The new one. It's bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Just
that
go
was
watch.
coming.
I mean,
I forgot that was coming out.
it's like of course it's bad kind of thing. What else
I don't
is
think
there?
I don't think they even have 12 kids in that film. I think they have
Do
like
they not?
11 kids and a dog, which is like okay, that's not the whole. That's not the point of the film series in the first place.
I have no idea. Let's see what else everyone has been watching. Fatal movies. Watched The Outfit yesterday. Quite surprised by it. I liked it. I think the plot gets a little too contrived towards the end, but overall, good film. I recommend it. The Outfit. Never heard of this. Is this?
This is a new release. It have a
Ah.
limited release last week. I mean this past week. It's gonna have a wide release next week, at least in the US. I
Ah.
almost have this in my. I have this in my draft in like the number 40th, 50th spot, just because of the
Okay.
cast. But I don't know what's it about. It's about like a London tailor and stuff. And there is Dylan O'Brien, Zoe Deutsch,
Well,
Mark
the genre
Rylance.
is like drama / mystery.
Yeah.
From Google at least. Alright. Let's see what's next. Simple Joe, watch How I Met Your Father.
Oh yeah.
Is that related to How I Met
That's
Your
a,
Mother?
that's a thing.
I think it
No,
is,
How
right?
I Met Your
No, it's
Father. How I
not?
Met Your Father is a thing. You guys know this, right?
Yeah, I know it's a thing. Yeah,
They have a spin-off show, right?
yeah.
Oh.
It's I heard it's bad, and I guess it confirms it. Yeah. Uh. So yeah. WWE Royal Rumble. Josie to Tora to
I have
Sakanatachi.
no idea what's going on.
I have no idea either.
Watching
Alright,
multiple movies.
How about here? Star Machine. Saw X. It's a modern day take on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hills Have Eyes setting based on horror exploitation with an independent film spin. I liked it. Okay. I've been kind of trying to look for horror movies to watch a few these past few days. So
This also have
seems
a
good.
release this past week. I haven't seen it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Jenna Ortega is here. God damn, she's in like 3 films in 2022 already, and it's barely 3 months.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's go to the next one here before continuing. Someone watch Turning Red. Pixar's best in ages. We'll probably love it even more on a rewatch, but there's some really surprising and effective storytelling here. With a story that both feels so Pixar, but also breaks out of the mold at every opportunity.
All
I
right.
mean, the
Oh,
final
Samuel
act
Appreciate
is
actually likes the
crazy.
appreciate the opinion.
unlike us, Cal.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it?
So Samuel actually likes the story, unlike us.
Yeah.
We like the character interactions, not so
Yeah,
much
we
the
love the character
story.
interactions. The story
I
was
like the
good.
bump.
I like Teguh in the movie.
you guys know
Damn.
the
I like the
existence of. You guys know real quick before we go back to wiki watches. You guys know the existence of film Twitter, right? And like the community there can be sometimes like weird and toxic,
Yeah,
sometimes also good.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
film Twitter has like exploded in the past week about like how Turning Red is like
All that got
it's inappropriate because it shows like period scenes, and like they say like, oh, kids shouldn't be watching that. I'm watching a kids movie. They're not supposed to learn about period and stuff. And then like people and they say like it's too dark and everything, and then people start comparing it to like the older Disney films like Pinocchio and then like Bambi. Oh right, Bambi, the mother died. We're not supposed to talk about that. And like they talk about all the other previous Disney films that are like way, 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 way darker than Turning Red ever
yeah.
was, and they're like, it's so funny, it's so
Talking
dumb, it's such a
about
dumb thing.
menstruation is like the least dark thing.
Not to mention,
Literally,
it's
one of the villains in a famous Disney film in Hunchback of Notre Dame, the villain literally wants to screw Esmeralda. That's like his motivation.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's lost. I'm like literally.
Okay.
well, yeah.
You do you,
Talk about
Twitter.
period is like important, is it not?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think so. At
Yeah,
least.
is it not
I mean,
important?
I don't know.
Sure,
Maybe I'm not
maybe
grown,
if
but
you're like
I think
5
so.
years old, it's a bit too early, but it's
Well,
not
yeah, then you don't.
inappropriate.
Yeah, but it's not appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
inappropriate. Oh, yeah.
Growing
Well,
up.
anyway, yeah, it's just you do you, Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So let's move on to the next quickly watchy stuff. I watched like I'll go first. I'll watch like 4 movies this week. I watched the
Okay.
Adam Project thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Ah,
fun. It's a
nice.
fun movie. Though I do have to say, the deepfake scene with the Saurian
Sorry,
girl,
yeah.
yeah, that
Oh
character,
yeah,
young
Catherine
one,
Keeners.
that one is so
Catherine
jarring
Keeners.
to look
Yeah.
at. I don't know.
I gotta I'll chime in a little bit. I gotta say as well, since we talked about Deadpool 3 last week,
Mhm.
I trust Sean Levy in terms of action now after watching this film. I think the action is
Yeah,
pretty good.
the action's cool. The action's cool. Yeah. Uh, yeah, pretty much that. The action's cool. And of course, Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, as always.
Again.
Yeah. And then outside of that, I watch an actor that I haven't seen for a long time, Ben Stiller movie, Zoolander.
This is a
Oh.
classic Ben Stiller.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah, I watch Zoolander and the sequel, Zoolander 2.
Oh.
Zoolander 2 is not good. It's not good. But yeah, the first Zoolander though, man, I really liked it. It's funny. It's real funny.
I gotta watch that.
It's like yes, like Owen Wilson in Zoolander is also really good. The whole what's the name? The whole scene about they're doing the what's it called? The walk off.
I have no clue. I gotta watch this. I have no clue what you're talking about. I know
Oh,
the
you haven't.
premise, but
I
all
mean,
I
yeah.
know
If
is
you
about the blue steel face, and then like
yeah. There's the Blue Steel, El Tigre. But,
I
no,
gotta
but
watch it.
what's the name? Like, if you guys haven't watched the movie, but the premise is this, alright? So a fashion leader, I think his name is Mugatu. He wants to take down the prime minister of Malaysia because he wanted to abolish child labor. Okay, and how Mugatu do that is going to do that is by brainwashing a model, which is and as they explain, a model is basically is just a trained assassin waiting to be brainwashed because they're in top physical condition.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah. It's that, man.
Okay.
It's
All right.
it's a weird movie, but man, it's really funny.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, but Zoolander 2, yeah, not the best. There's Ariana Grande in the second one. In
Justin
the
Bieber dies in the first 2 minutes, right? That's all I know
Yeah,
about that
Justin
film.
Bieber died in the first 2 minutes.
Damn.
Ariana Grande is there for like probably less than a minute, but she is in a very tight latex suit. If you are into that. um, yeah, I guess that Zoolander 2 not the best story wise, but yeah. And then I watch a Nicolas Cage movie. I was going to watch, was that Pig, right?
Oh, okay.
But then I'm like, eh, and I watch Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, all right. All right.
And I watch Willy's Wonderland.
It's not a big stretch.
Here's the thing though, Willy's Wonderland, the whole movie, okay, the whole movie, Nicolas Cage did not utter a single word.
Really?
He did
Wait,
not
wait. This
utter a
is
single word.
this
The first
Willy's
sound,
Wonderland is like the not Five Nights at Freddy's film, right?
yeah,
Is
Five
it
Nights
not?
at Freddy's. Yeah, man, like
Yeah,
it's
the idea of it,
inspired
right?
by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the first sound made by Nicolas Cage you can hear is at the 19-minute mark. He drank a can of soda, I think, and like ah. And then the next few
I'm
sounds
gonna
is
watch this
him
now.
going ah ga 5 times, and then ah that. That's the only sound you hear from
He is such an interesting actor,
Nicolas
man.
Cage.
I don't know what to say. I love Nick Cage.
And now, surprisingly, I thought that movie is going to be like pretty bad, but it's actually pretty fun watch. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun seeing just how ridiculous it is, and Nicolas Cage being amazing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thing about Nick Cage. Like, despite how bad the movie is, you can always find enjoyment in the film just based on his performance alone. Because he never turned in a boring performance. Like
Yeah.
it can be a bad performance, but it's still an entertaining performance.
Yeah, exactly. And that's Nick Cage, man. Nick Cage is a weird guy. But yeah,
Good thing I took that movie from Kelvin
damn it.
along with Avatar
yeah,
2.
Bearable weight.
It's like through while watching Willy's Wonderland, I'm just really waiting. Like, what is the first word he's gonna say, kind of thing, you know? And I waited for 1 hour, like 30 minutes, didn't get a single word out of him. he,
Well.
he doesn't even do one-liners at the very end when he kills like the animatronics. He didn't even do one-liner. He just kind of like go. What?
Yeah.
Cage.
But yeah,
All right.
Willy's Wonderland. If you're going to watch that, it's not a serious watch. Just kind of like do something else while you're watching it. It's pretty fun though. But
Okay.
if you're doing something else, you're missing because Nicolas Cage is not saying a single word. So everything is based on his looks. So you might need to look a lot more into your screen.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's Willy's Wonderland. All right, yeah,
Okay.
Albert, go ahead.
All right, I watch a bunch of stuff. I want to highlight just three main ones. Remember a few weeks ago I watched Speed 1. I decided to watch Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Mhm.
Woo!
Yep.
Hot trash. I can't believe it's like
Hot
Speed 1 was like
trash.
so good. Speed 2 was like really bad. They didn't have Keanu Reeves. Sandra Bullock is bad in this film. Like the character is written badly, and her performance is fine. It's the same character. Boba Fett is in here, the actor. Not Boba Fett itself. Tamura Morrison is in here, and he was okay. He plays like the ship captain. And there's some other guy that I don't know who he is, but he plays the love interest replacing Keanu Reeves. And yeah, it's not good. The only good performance here is like Willem Dafoe because he goes full maniac. He's a bad guy, and there's like a crazy scene where he's just like smiling so hard, like I'm like, oh, that's Dafoe. But yeah, the whole film is like it's not good. It's very unoriginal. They barely stop the ship. I feel like they kill a lot of people because the ship literally went on land because they couldn't stop the ship.
I saw that
Yeah.
scene on YouTube. Yeah, I was like, I feel
Yeah.
like just blowing up the
It's
ship will cause less casualties.
true. The weirdest part is like this film seems like they took every single bullet point that they have from the first film and they put it in this film, but yet it's exactly not the same film at all. Like they take the skeleton of the first film, put it in this film, yet if you watch this film, you will never see any connection of this film with the first film. I don't know how they did that, but it's like it's so weird, like double-edged sword point kind of thing over there. But yeah, bad film. Not recommended. Stick with Speed One. Enjoy that. The other film I watched is a remake of. I think most of us have seen this. At least the original. But I watched the remake of The Witches, starring Anne Hathaway, the new one,
Oh, you
Robert
watched? Me
Zemeckis
and
one.
Teguh watched that. Yeah, me and Teguh
Oh, you
watched
did?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't like it that much. The original is so much better. This one
I
is
agree.
clearly a family affair. It's not dark and scary. Like especially in the original, they use like prosthetics for the look and everything, and this one they CGI a lot of it, and it's not that scary. And the transformation scenes is like very simplified,
Mhm.
and it's like not fun. Yeah, it's not. It's not that good. Right.
It's not. I mean, the only reason I want to watch it that time is because Anne Hathaway's in it. Both Anne
She's not
Hathaway's in
even.
it.
She's not even that good in it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Anne Hathaway nonetheless.
Yeah, fair. And I think because the original had Rowan Atkinson as well, and Stanley Tucci did a good job in this role. But like the original, I think the fact that it's the Britain setting sort of makes it work better than the Louisiana setting in here. I don't know why. Maybe like because I don't know. It just feels more like this story feels more British than American. So
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
even know if Roald Dahl is British or not. Actually,
I
I'm
think
gonna check
British.
now.
I think he's British.
Is he not?
He's British. Okay, yeah, he's British.
Yeah. Got it.
British novelist.
That makes sense. But yeah, anyway, as The Witches, not very good as well. The third film I want to talk about, also not very good. But we talked about it last week, I think.
What is it?
Yeah, it was last week because of the trailer. I watched Deep Water,
Oh, right. Yeah.
the Ana
Oh,
de
yeah,
Armas
yeah.
Ben Affleck film.
With Anne Affleck. Yeah. How was it?
So the film, it's definitely it's an erotic thriller, right? The film
Yeah.
is definitely erotic, not very thrilling. Um,
Okay.
the first two acts is interesting because you
The
get to
fir-
learn about these characters and like their relationship, like what's the deal with Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas relationship, right? Like you get to learn about that, and basically, let me just tell you the brief premise. It's like Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck is married couple. They have a young kid, and like they clearly have a toxic relationship. Like Ana de Armas is like not exactly cheating, but like she flirts around with different men, and it's hinted, even though not well. Actually, there is a scene that shows it, where that she's like clearly doing sexual acts with other men, but like they could not break up exactly because they have a kid. It wasn't really explained why they just don't split up or whatever. But it's like they clearly they don't have much interest in each other aside from having passionate sex, and like it's like this weird plot, and the third act just gone kind of insane. The third act is stupid. That's the best way to describe it. And it just like the movie goes from like this interesting mystery to this like the fuck did I watch kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not a good film. Ben Affleck is fine. This is the darkest character I've ever seen played by Ana de Armas, and she's okay. Yeah, it's not. It's not that. It's yeah. I don't know. It's just very generic. It's ridiculous.
Okay. So I guess our prediction of it being something like Gone Girl is very wrong.
It'll be as good
Yeah,
as
no.
Gone Girl. No.
Thematically maybe, but story wise, it's not even close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm like yeah. I mean that the director is really, all he makes is erotic movies. I feel
Yeah,
like.
he did. He was Adrian Lin have never directed since 2002, so it's been a
Yeah.
long time. So maybe it's been a while.
Maybe he's
yeah.
rusty, rusty. Not in the erotic stuff though.
Yeah, there are some scenes where I'm like, I understand why Ben Affleck signed up for this film.
I mean, I feel like any actor would be like, "Oh, this is a scene I'm going to do."
With Ana
You
de
sure?
Armas? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, no, the film is it's kind of weird, especially in the third act.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, let's go to the chat here again. Katie Lynch loves Zoolander. Yeah. Samuel San also likes Adam Project and was his Phantom movies. Deepwater was alright. The movie was weird and horny. Too
True.
weird and not enough horny.
Okay.
The third act is also ridiculously stupid. Yeah, so you can agree with that. Have you
Yeah.
guys watched this thing? Simple Joe asks, if I watch Nick Cage Mom and Dad, hilariously bad movie. Have you ever know about this? I never heard of it.
No, I've
Until
not heard about this. Mom and
Okay.
Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Selma,
Nicolas
Selma
Cage.
Blair, Nicolas Cage, Lance Henriksen. Okay. It's a horror
Alright.
movie? Okay.
Horror movie. But
Yeah.
okay.
Our worst nightmares are mom and dads.
Okay.
Mom, if you're watching, I don't mean it.
Holy
Also,
shit.
before the transition, I saw this comment earlier. Where is it? Naruto Dimension make Councilmen Letterbox and log your weekly watches films. That's not a bad idea. I might start
Not a
it,
bad.
but I
Hey,
don't
can
know if
we-
I don't know if I want to log all the ones that we already talked about in the past, or maybe I'll just start a
Oh,
new
no,
one
just-
and
just a
start
new
logging
one.
the
Yeah. If you're going to start, so we're just going to start from whatever next week, whatever we watch next week. Wait, can we sign in with multiple devices to one account? Can we do that?
multiple devices to one account.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I can log into Letterbox on my phone, my iPad, and my computer.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure then. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. All right. No. Yeah. That's basically it for the weekly watchies. A lot of not so good stuff that we watched this week.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Except for Rambo, probably, and Zoolander.
And
Rambo
Zoolander.
Zoolander is. Yeah, and I guess Adam Project is cool. Yeah.
That's the project, right?
So yeah, everything else seems really bad.
Hey, what's something
Man.
bad again?
All right, yeah. Now, yeah, let's get to the. Should we go to the trailer or the news first? Let's go to the
Let's go to
trailer
the news.
first.
Oh, okay.
On
trailer
news?
then. I don't know.
All right,
Rock
let's go
paper
to the.
scissors.
As Albert suggests, let's go to the news first. Yeah, let's go to the news. So let's start off with something an Amazon purchase, buying a small company for $8.5 billion, MGM.
Small company.
Yeah, very small company, like, what was that, a roaring lion?
Yeah.
But yeah, Amazon purchases MGM for $8.5 billion. That's a lot of money. MGM. I feel like the
Yeah,
few times I
Metro
remember
Goldwyn
MGM is
Mayer.
mostly from Tom and Jerry.
That is MGM.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, so this is the news. Amazon has closed its $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM, officially bringing the film and TV studio into its fold. The landmark deal was first announced last May, with the company citing MGM's vast library as the driving purchase. Obviously, I mean, if you have MGM, you get a purchase. If you have the power, you're not
Yeah.
going to say no to it. And the library includes more than 4,000 film titles and 17,000 TV episodes, including IPs such as Rocky/Creed franchise, Silence of the Lambs, Thelma and Louise, obviously James Bond, and then TV shows like The Handmaid's Tale and Survivor. But yeah, so it's a lot of stuff that they're getting.
A lot of stuff. And Amazon have their, they can make series out of all this.
Yeah, hearing this news, what's your initial thoughts? Any concerns? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? Anything exciting?
Mm, how many Amazon originals have I watched actually? Well,
You know what? This sounds kind of good in a way for me.
why
I
so?
mean, I'm
I have Amazon Prime on.
Oh, it's
the
easier
DC
to
yeah,
watch.
same. Since
And
I
it's
have Amazon
extremely
Prime,
limited, but for me, it's extremely limited, unlike Teguh. Very limited. So if they
Yeah.
purchase MGM, they can put more stuff in. I can watch more stuff.
Right.
All I have right now is Clarkson's Farm. Actually, that's pretty good.
that's enough. You know?
You know what? That's enough. But yeah, go on
Yeah,
your
I've-
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I like
It'll
it because that's
be
one
a
less
good one.
subscription I have to worry about.
That's true.
With Amazon Prime.
It'll be amazing if they add all episodes of Tom and Jerry from all the
Oh,
old ones.
to
Yeah,
What
Amazon
to
is there?
Prime.
Amazon.
Okay, because like we
That would be
mentioned Bond,
amazing.
because we mentioned Bond and Rocky and all the other stuff. What's the other big IPs that like from Tom and Jerry and everything? I'm curious.
I don't know actually. Like, let's see.
This company has been since forever. I feel like MGM.
Yeah,
Is-
1920s.
oh
Let's
my
see.
god.
When
That
is
1924.
is
it
really
founded?
old.
1924. 97 years ago. My
Okay.
God.
So Pink Panther,
Almost
Pink
a
Panther.
decade
Oh wait,
already.
no,
Ooh,
Pink
Pink
Panther is a
Panther.
shared. No, it's a
A
shared.
decade.
It's
A
it's a
century.
shared. Pink Panther is a shared ownership. It seems like because Sony
Yeah.
Fox is in here, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
G.I.
Google
Joe.
MGM
The
IP.
Hobbit series is also part of MGM, or is it Warner Bros? I'm confused.
Oh, that's isn't that Lionsgate?
Or is it
Here,
Lionsgate? Hang
I'm
on.
checking
here.
from Wikipedia. They have like G.I. Joe, Tomb Raider, um, Adam's Family, RoboCop, Rocky. Yeah,
Okay. So
Barber
like
Shop,
I'm
Pink
looking
Panther.
at
Yeah.
Screen Rant, and they said James Bond, obviously Handmaid's Tale, the TV show that's on Hulu. So I guess that might be taken out of Hulu now.
Hmm.
But it's a Hulu original. Well, they did that with Daredevil, so yeah, I guess they could do that. Fargo, the TV show, Stargate, Rocky series, Legally Blonde, Vikings. I don't know what Vikings is. Oh, Pink Panther does belong to them. Okay, Sons of the
Viking
Lance,
series.
RoboCop. So yeah,
Vikings is a
they got some
series.
stuff.
Yeah, they got
Vikings is
they
a
got
realistic Game of Thrones.
pretty much.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They got some stuff here, man. That's really good. Well,
It is. It is a lot.
I would like to see I don't know, a revamped RoboCop. I feel like that would be cool. Because
They already
the
revamped it.
new, yeah, they did try to revamp it, but it was bad. So maybe Amazon can can have a new directions with RoboCop. RoboCop is pretty cool.
Whereas I did like his design, the one with I forgot what his name is, the guy who played in,
The new one, right?
yeah, the new one, the one who was in Suicide Squad as well.
I'm not
Uh,
familiar.
20.
I forgot the
What's the
actor's
new
name.
one?
The one who played
2014.
Rick Flag. Yeah, it's 2014. I
Oh,
like the
that's him?
design. Yeah,
Joel
yeah,
Kinnaman.
yeah.
Joe
Ah,
Kinnaman,
okay.
yeah.
I actually do like the design of the 2014 and stuff, but the movie is bad.
Yeah, a lot of so basically some of the stuff to point out on this news that I am aware of is that as of now, none of the 2020 new releases are gonna be straight to Prime Video. They're still
Mm.
gonna be theater release like MGM wants it to be. All the current
Mhm.
2022 releases. All the future releases is gonna be still the same as case by case basis. So they're not just gonna automatically put it in Prime Video. If it's like if they think it should be a Prime launch, then they will do it. If not, they will be theater. So it's still case by case. They mentioned that they will not touch the Bond franchise because that is still like the Eon Broccoli family, right? And the Eon Productions, they still have the biggest share on it. Even though MGM have a big share on it, and now it's Amazon, it's still like they're still not gonna touch it. So I believe it's still gonna be like exclusive to theaters and everything, and like the what's the word for it? The final say is still with the Broccoli family and the Eon Productions
Mm.
for that one. So so there's that. It's like for the
Oh.
big franchise at least.
I guess that's kind of answers some signed question in the chat here. What's going to happen to Rocky James Bond franchises? Are they still going to be theatrical release or Amazon Prime release? Like most of their projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't mention anything about Rocky, although I doubt Creed is gonna go to Amazon. Creed 3 is coming out this year. I'm pretty sure it's still coming
Yeah.
to theaters. Maybe
Mhm.
future projects, if they do future projects, they might get Amazon.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like here from the comment here again, Fred Love Movie says, I'll be pissed if James Bond films and Rocky films are becoming streaming films. They are spectacles and deserve to be preserved in cinemas. Yeah, that I can agree. Like I feel like
Especially
James
no
Bond
time
and
to die.
Rocky, they're too
Yeah.
big to just be put in streaming. I I bet they would want a theatrical release for those.
Especially because
Yeah, yeah.
visually they're great as well.
Yeah.
You want the full screen experience. And the
However, yeah,
outfit.
a possible Bond series is intriguing. True. True.
Yeah, Eon is never gonna let that happen. The Broccoli family is never gonna let that
Oh.
happen. A Bond
Oh,
series.
yeah.
They're too precious of their IP. Maybe in like a couple hundred. No, I don't want to say 100 years. Like maybe in 20 years we
Mm.
might, but right now I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Machine had another question. I don't know if we know the answer to this yet. Heard about this a while ago. I thought the FTC was going to sue to block this deal to prevent a monopoly. Did that not happen?
Yes,
not,
I
did
heard
it?
about this. So the FTC is a Federal Trade Commission, right? I believe
Yeah.
they plan to do this. The deadline has passed, so they aren't able to do it anymore.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
I
the
mean,
purchase happened already.
the
So
purchase happened, so yeah.
yeah. So it did not happen. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Amazon got for $8.5 billion. Got MGM.
But yeah, now I mean, this is like super interesting. Like, cause Fox is now part of Disney, and then now MGM is part of Amazon. Like, what other big studios are left that it's on its own without like?
I think was it? How about Universal?
Universal is still on its own, I believe.
Yeah, right. Universal. I think Paramount is that still alone? Universal, Paramount, and Warner
Yeah.
Bros. I think those are still like they haven't been bought yet.
Yeah, NBC Universal is still part of Universal Pictures. And then the Paramount, you're like Warner Media.
Mm-hmm.
So Warner Media consists of Warner Bros. And New Line Cinema. Paramount is on its own. Walt Disney Studios is 20th Century Fox, 20th Century Studios now, and Walt Disney. Sony is Columbia Pictures and TriStar, and then yeah, I guess MGM is now part of the Amazon.
Yeah. Man, do you think soon enough like Paramount or like Universal is going to be bought? I don't think Warner Media is going to be bought anytime soon.
No, they're too
Warner's just-
big. Plus,
yeah,
they got the backing of like the HBO stuff. They have
Exactly.
HBO Max. They
Yeah.
got HBO.
Yeah.
They have like DC stuff, Cartoon Network stuff. They're pretty.
Like Cartoon Networks.
Turner
Yeah.
Entertainment. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Warner, I don't think so. I don't know about
So-
Universal and Paramount though.
So I'm looking right now. Universal, which is part of Comcast Corporation, they have a 14.6% of the market share in the US, at least, compared to Warner Media, which is 14 as well. So that's pretty close. Walt Disney is 25.8. Sony Pictures is 25.5. That's big. I didn't surprise Sony.
Damn. Okay.
Because Sony have Crunchyroll, they have Funimation, they have Sony Pictures Animation, all the Sony stuff. Okay, yeah, that's pretty big. I didn't realize they have 20. They have pretty much the same as Walt Disney. And the smallest one is Paramount, 6%.
Paramount's gonna get bought out soon enough.
They do have their streaming service. They have the
Yes,
backing of
Paramount.
Nickelodeon and the streaming service. Miramax. Hope
Well,
not. I don't want a monopoly. They will just increase all the pricing and everything.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
true.
the competitiveness, you know.
I know, but with that, at least everyone can just use one streaming service. Convenience sake, bro.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. For the purchase by Amazon. Yeah. Let's go to the next news that we have. Yeah. Well, now finally about movies. Oppenheimer cast adds more and more and more people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. let me open the cast right now.
Yeah, so the most recent addition, which is very weird, they got Josh Peck from Drake and Josh fame, as well as YouTube and Vine fame. Josh Peck, he is back
Mhm.
now. He's in a Nolan movie. Apparently, he's playing Kenneth Bainbridge, which is a American physicist from Harvard who did work at the cyclotron research. I don't know what that means. And then we also got Devin Bostic, fame from his Diary of Wimpy Kid performance as
Roderick.
Roderick Heffley. And he's going to play Seth Nadermeyer, which is an American physicist as well who discovered the muon. No idea what that is.
Oh, what?
But he also championed the Manhattan Project. So that's like a more known thing.
Oh,
But
there
I
you
know
go.
what the muon is.
Dr. Manhattan coming in Oppenheimer.
But yeah, like this full cast is insane. Like literally,
Yeah.
should we run through them or should we not? I don't know.
Yeah. That's fun for them. Just to show how stacked this is.
Yeah.
Like So we got what the new one, Devin Bostic. We got Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Florence Pugh, Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Rami Malek, Benny Safdie, Kenneth. How do you say this? Kenneth
Brana.
Branagh, David Dastmalchian, Josh Peck, Josh Hartnett, Dane Dehan, Jack Quaid, Alden, Aaron Reich,
Aaron Reich.
Aaron Reich, and are there more?
I mean, out of the one that you haven't mentioned, Matthew Modine,
Yeah.
James DRC.
Man,
Yeah, there is still a lot. There's like a lot of other people cast in the IMDb and Wikipedia, but like it's insane. Like literally, like this is true. There is like casting news every week for this film, and there is a reason why we didn't want to bring it up, because that means every week we're talking about Oppenheimer, because they reveal a new people every week, and like I wanted to wait it out a little bit, and like we got Josh Peck and Devin Bostic, so I'm like, we gotta talk about this now, but like we're
Man.
getting to like weird territory,
Roderick
sort of.
rules.
Loaded diaper.
Loaded diaper. Man, I want to watch the Twin Peaks again.
Yeah. But like we're literally approaching weird territory of this casting. Like, okay, when they first casted like the first few people, like Florence Pugh, Blunt, Matt Damon, Downey, I'm like, okay, cool, I like this.
Cool.
Like
Yeah.
there's an like elite cast, and then like it goes to Benny Safdie. I'm like, okay, interesting, not too bad. It was still pretty cool. And then Josh Peck and Devin Bostic. Not in 100 years would I even thought of them being in a Nolan film. I'm like, this is weird, but I love it, because I grew up with those actors. I don't know if you guys agree, but yeah, that's for me at least. And like, this is weird, but I love it.
I don't know, man. Yeah. 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 Basically, let's go to chat again here.
We
What's
gotta-
this? What is it, word?
No, we gotta. At this point, they're not gonna stop casting.
You're just gonna get everyone in Hollywood.
Let's
to be in
let's make a
Oppenheimer?
prediction. Let's all make a prediction of who's gonna be casted next, and see if any one of us is right.
Hmm.
Now I want to go like I don't want to
Weird,
think of
super
Disney
weird.
stars, or like, you know, the old, well, not the old ones, sorry, like when we were younger. What, they're
Dude.
gonna cast Zack and Cody? I forgot what the name
Sprouse
is.
twins.
Yeah, Sprouse twins.
Oh my
Yeah, well, I'm
God.
going with that. I want to go.
Okay,
With the Sprouse.
Ariq going with the Sprouse twins. All right.
This is any of the Sprouse twins, by the way. So it's like it doesn't have to be all of them. Doesn't have to be just one.
Okay.
Either of them.
Okay.
Who would you? Teguh, Kelvin, do you have anyone in mind that you would like to cast?
Oh man, if you're going to that territory, you know what?
You can go
You-
to any. You can go to any territory.
Any territory. You can go serious. You can go Disney.
Yeah, you can go. You can go Gerard Butler. I don't know.
Billy Ray
You know what?
Cyrus.
Actually, no. I
Billy
would
Ray
want to see Gerard
Cyrus?
Butler.
Billy Ray
Billy Ray
Jesus
Cyrus.
Christ.
Yes, Billy
Holy-
Ray Cyrus.
holy
That's what I'm going
Billy Ray
with.
Cyrus and Gerard Butler.
And Gerard Butler. The
Oh
and
my
the Sprouse twins.
Yeah. I like this cast already. Like
I
this
don't know, man.
this edition of these four, I love it already.
Yeah.
I'll add a name to the mix going to the Disney route. There has been a weird traction around her recently, even though she hasn't acted in a long time. But I'm gonna
Okay.
put Bridget Mandler's name in there. You know, put the Lemonade Mouth. You gotta go
Oh,
for
I've
it.
never watched Lemonade Mouth. Oh.
Good luck, Charlie. Wizards of Waverly plays Bridget Mandler.
Oh, her!
Put
Oh
her
my
name in it.
goodness.
Yeah, put her in there. We need more female cast in here anyway. There is a lot of testosterone already in this
Oh,
cast.
her.
Gotta mix it up.
Billy Ray Cyrus. I think that's a good choice.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's a name I haven't heard for a long time.
The main theme song is gonna be sung by him. It's gonna be a western.
Yeah,
Oh.
song,
Achy
you know.
breaky heart.
What, Old Town Road.
No, you know what? No,
Gotta
yeah, too much
take
nostalgia
Lil Nas
my
for
X
boots
to
to
Robert.
the
I
Old
digress.
Town.
I want to see Gerard Butler play a drag queen.
What? Why? Why?
Why would
This
he
is a
play a
fan
drag
of
queen
Ball.
in Oppenheimer?
Wait, Teguh,
Exactly.
is he going to be American?
An American drag queen. Yeah,
British
sure.
or American. Oh my god.
The weirder this.
man,
No,
I'm-
Albert.
No,
the
I
weirder
want
this gets, the more I
Rowan
enjoy it.
Atkinson here now. I want Rowan Atkinson. Bring him in. Come on.
That
Bro,
wasn't so
and
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he
that
still
wasn't so
acting? I
bad.
think he still is. Yeah.
how do you make so much how do you cast so many people about a nuclear bomb? They're all the test subjects.
All the-
Oh my
They're
god.
only there for like
Oh,
one
no.
scene.
Oh no.
The bomb accidentally explode, and then like Josh Peck come into the scene and it's like Megan. Just,
Megan.
it accidentally exploded. That's the reasoning. And then Miranda Cosgrove come. Oh my god, Miranda Cosgrove is in this thing. Oh.
The Cosgrove D's. Everyone from our old childhood.
Simple Joe said, "So many casts. Is this the next movie 43? Oh my god."
Oh, I hope so. I like movie 43.
Oh.
Weirdly.
But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of casts. I don't know what kind of. If they're probably gonna have like one scene or whatever.
Actually, I wanted to say like even I'm not. I don't think they will be up here, but like has the guy who plays Zach in Zack and Cody, like has he even acted anything? I know Cody
Yeah.
went in that shit TV series we watched. I forget what it's
Riverdale.
called. Yeah, Riverdale. But what did he do recently? Zach
Zach or Cody, Cole or
Zach.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan, he was in a film last year. I forget what it's called, but he's like in a weird coming of age. High school
Coming of
film?
age.
I forgot what it's. Oh right, Dylan is in the After film series. You guys, I thought you guys did, right? After, the one based on Wattpad Studios.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like fan fiction.
oh,
Dylan is in that. He is in the After. He's in After We Collided, so he's in that. So it's not very good. He's also in a. He's also in a film called Banana Split, which is like a comedy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Dylan have a weirder filmography. I think he's getting like the worst end of the bargain compared to Cole. Cole is like, because Cole is in like the last good thing that he was in film was the 5 feet apart, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart, 5 feet apart. That the film with Haley Lou Richardson, which is good rom-com about
yeah.
not rom. But yeah,
Damn, okay.
It is a bit curious. I just wanted to know where they are really, because you know.
yeah. Cole is
Sometimes.
getting like all the good stuff, and Dylan's getting all the shitty stuff. And like, god damn it, I'm jealous. of
Yeah,
you."
this is why they need to bring them here, or at least just one of them.
Zack and Cody
Please.
reunion? Question mark?
They can go near reunion.
my God.
Oh no!
bring Drake in here as well. Drake and Josh.
Oh, bring Drake, yes.
Well,
Okay.
they have a falling out with you.
Oh, is that what happened?
No pun intended with the fallout thing, but yeah, they had their relationship was like bad.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. I think that's pretty much it that we have to say about this massive cast in
So yeah,
Oppenheimer.
Billy Ray Cyrus, Bridget Mendler, Gerard Butler, and what
Both of the Sprouse twins.
Sprouse twins. There we go.
The
There you
Sprouse
go,
twins.
you know?
The weirdest one is Billy Ray Cyrus. I swear to God, Billy Ray Cyrus. Was in this
Hey,
thing.
I thought he's just a singer. I googled him. You know, it's singer and actor. So
He's in
Yeah, he's in Hannah Montana.
series.
That's why.
Yeah, I know, I
Well,
forgot
at least
about
that's all I remember.
Oh my
I was
God.
gonna at first I was gonna I
gotta
was gonna
take
say,
my Duke to the Old Town Road.
at first I was gonna say what's her name? What's her
Uh,
name?
Miley Cyrus.
Ivy Cyrus, and then I'm like next to it,
Yeah,
Billy Ray
possible.
Cyrus. That's better.
Oh my God.
Alright, yeah, let's move on to the next news we have here. A Star Wars thing. Samuel L. Jackson wants to play Mace Windu again. Yeah, honestly, I don't know much about Mace Windu other than he has a purple lightsaber.
That's
Yeah. Is he somewhat significant in any of the storyline kind of thing? Like a
shot out of
Solo?
the window.
I mean, he died, sort of, never confirmed in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
And like this news piece, this particular news piece comes from a podcast, the Happy Sad Confused podcast, hosted by Josh Horowitz, I believe.
Mhm.
But basically, in an interview, he mentioned like he get to work again with Bryce Dallas Howard, who's had directed several of the TV show, right? And she's done a really great job with it in directing some of the TV shows. And so he talked to Bryce Dallas Howard, saying that, can you put me in a film or in a TV show for your Star Wars? Like, put me in, coach. I'm ready. I'll learn lightsaber left-handed because the right hand got cut off, right? So, yeah. And then Bryce Dallas Howard mentioned like, oh, I'll see what I can do. So it's like possibility, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so what you want to see Mace Windu back?
I mean, why not? Why
I
not,
honestly,
right?
why not? Yeah, he wasn't.
Why
He
not?
didn't appear that much, did he, in the movies?
Yeah, I don't remember him appearing that much here in the movie. Yeah.
He had a kind of limited, very supporting roles. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
right?
he killed
Exactly.
Django Fett, but that was it.
Like, I wouldn't mind seeing him
Yeah.
getting more what's his name? The starring role, I guess, as Mace Windu. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
It would be cool if like, and I guess I'm gonna throw this on the table. Would you rather see a prequel or a sequel for Mace Windu?
But I thought you say
Mm,
he quote unquote died. Maybe died.
So if you remember in Revenge of the Sith, he
I
tried to
don't
kill the Emperor, and the
Yeah.
Emperor was like, electricity,
Unlimited
but
power!
and then like Mace Windu's like, and then they blast him with electricity, and then the last thing you see is like Mace Windu getting smaller and smaller off screen as he disappears off screen, falling to the city of Coruscant. So we never see his body.
No.
So as long as never see his body, right?
That's true. If we never see a body, he's not dead. That's
so
the rule of thumb.
So sequel or I guess again the question: would you rather see a sequel, seeing what happened after that, or you want to see prequel, him coming to power? I don't know what you think.
I want to see him coming to power, like him
I want to
starting
see a
out
prequel. Yeah.
not having the purple lightsaber yet, and then like specifically requesting it. Like, I don't want to be a Jedi until I get a purple lightsaber or something.
Have you actually ever seen the behind the scenes of how that happened?
Did he just
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
for it?
yeah.
What I know.
It
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
is like he was filming, right? And then he asked George Lucas, "So, who do you talk to about getting the color of the lightsaber?" And then George Lucas like, "Well, the good guys have green and blue, and the bad guys have red. That's just how it is." And then Samuel Jackson just like, "What about purple?" And then George Lucas was like,
Why not?
"I'll see what I can do." Literally, it's like he put on the spot. It's like, "We'll see what I can." I cannot say
Oh
no
my
to
God.
Sam Jackson. Like, "I'll see what I can
And
do."
yeah.
It's like, put on the spot.
Yeah. How about you, Rick? What would you see? A prequel or sequel?
I'm not so sure actually. think I think I wanted to see more of a. Actually, not. I'm gonna say I want to see more of a sequel. I think the
Sequel, okay.
prequels is like they've kind of done it already, sort of like with the animated and all that kind of stuff.
Is it? Do they?
I'm not sure if it's
So,
like
I
prequel
guess
or like
I guess Clone Wars is like sort of prequel-ish, but like
it's
it's in
sort of
between.
prequel-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the timeline,
Oh.
I guess, with what he's a part of in the story, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because this all
Oh,
happens
okay.
like sometime before. So there's I mean like I'm not saying like it's complete, but there's already some stuff about it. I mean I would like to see some kind of like return of the Windu.
Return of
Return
the
of the
Windu.
Windu.
Return of the Windu.
He got a cool name though, Mace Windu.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I mean I'd still it's Samuel Jackson playing Mace Windu. I'd be excited regardless.
Yeah, I
If
know.
it's a
that's
Yeah.
sequel
true.
or sequel.
Prequel, sequel. I'll be like yes.
I'm more in the camp with Ariq of like I'd rather see a sequel because prequel is gonna get to the territory of like sort of I'm afraid it's gonna go to the solo territory of like we know he's not gonna die, so there's gonna be not stakes, and we're just gonna be
True.
pointing of like, oh, so that's how you get the purple lightsaber. Oh, so that's how you got the rank of level. Like we're not gonna get to be explored that much.
Mm.
But like a possible sequel is intriguing, although I don't know how. Because like if we put it in the timeline of Revenge of the Sith, that means that it's like the first. That's a timeline of Obi-Wan basically. If we want to do that story.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot cross him over with Obi-Wan clearly because Obi-Wan's gonna be in Tatooine and he's gonna be in Coruscant and you have to lay low pretty much because that's like
Yeah.
Order 66.
Mm.
So maybe we can see a series of like Order 66 with him like trying to survive. That could be interesting.
That would actually be cool.
But
yeah.
when who said it just now? Like the only thing I know is that he kills Jango Fett.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting story if like Boba or maybe even like But this timeline doesn't work. I'm putting this in my head right now. Like Boba Fett
Yeah.
hunting down Mace Windu for revenge. That would be good, but the timeline doesn't work because Boba Fett is
No.
like
Yeah.
a freaking child, and
Yeah, no.
Mace Windu will be like super old at that point. I don't think that will work. But that's like an interesting concept.
Yeah, and I should just mention, yeah, if they made a prequel, isn't that kind of difficult? Because Samuel L. Jackson's kind of old already.
Yeah, that
gonna have
was
to
my
do-
only
that's my
concern
other
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
They're
did
gonna have
not
to
think of
deepfake
that.
him like they did to that woman
No.
in Sorian. You don't want the deepfake. You don't want the deepfake. What is it? Mace
I mean,
Windu?
to be fair, Disney is really good at de-aging character.
Right,
Yeah,
but like
that's true, that is, yeah.
physicality wise, it's gonna be a problem like in Captain
Physicality-wise,
Marvel. Like in Captain Marvel as well. You
Yeah.
can tell it's like his kick is like, ugh,
Yeah,
like super slow, not very
Yeah.
powerful.
that's true. Uh,
The only
no.
reason why I said I would rather see a prequel before is because, assuming it's coming out like soon after or around similar timing with Obi-Wan, I don't know if it'll be too tiring having like two of the same timelines at once.
Mhm.
But I
Mm.
mean, I don't know. I think it can work. It can work either way, I'd say.
I mean, if you're going to make it, it's not going to be anytime soon.
But I think they'd have more creative freedom doing a sequel
Yeah,
That's
because
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I agree. Yeah.
I think
I
you
mean,
can
yeah, with
sequel more.
prequel, it's like you're locked into like what the character is going to be.
Yeah, and it has to make sense with the world, or otherwise it'll just be
Yeah,
Yeah.
or else it
not
will
canon.
clash with the.
I think
the-
I think if
the
they execute it
existing lore.
well, I might prefer a prequel, but considering the risk, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to the chat here. I think most people would prefer a sequel as well. For Out of Movie says, I think a sequel series would be cool, or even just a cameo in one of the shows. I don't know if it makes sense in Mandalorian timeline, but who knows?
Yeah,
Does it make
doesn't.
sense?
It
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
Mandalorian is after Mandalorian is ever Return of the Jedi. Mace is like gonna be really old. How much time jump is it from Revenge of the Sith to Return of the Jedi? That's like
Like
40
30?
years. 30?
A lot.
30, 40, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot. No,
So-
no, no. I don't see that. The timeline.
Okay.
Unless Sam Jackson goes full Yoda mode, but
Full Yoda mode. He becomes Yoda.
Oh no!
Purple saber, I have.
Oh my
he starts he doesn't end his sentences with motherfucker. Now he starts them with motherfucker. Motherfucker. Purple saber, I have.
Dude,
Purple saber, I have.
dude,
Motherfucker, you are.
YouTube, man.
No, man, YouTube is
Okay.
YouTube's not gonna censor us
man.
out unless we actually show something.
We
bad.
can't be demonetized. We're not even. Are we monetized?
No,
No.
we're not.
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
so we
Go
can't
on.
be demonetized.
Go
That's
on,
fine.
say it. Oh, MF.
Gotta put the explicit rating in the podcast now.
Yeah, man. There's a podcast rating we gotta preserve.
We're good.
Alright, yeah. That'll be pretty funny though.
What
But
else?
yeah, Star Machine say here, it's easy. He has been frozen in carbonite since Order 66. Adolescent Boba Fett, who had it out for Mace ever since the killing of Papa Jango Fett, has him hanging in Slave 1?
Yeah, Slave
That's-
One. That's the name of his
that's a
ship.
ship. It's a ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Slave 1 in Kenobi series and / or later in
Book
Bob
of Boba Fett.
Two.
Boba Fett.
Book
Oh,
of
Book
Boba
of Boba Fett. 2. Jabba's Mani-
I don't know what
Menagerie.
that is.
Menagerie.
I forgot. I don't know what
Where
it
his-
means, but yeah.
where his baby Rancor lives. What do you guys think of that?
Carbonite
Okay.
might fix the problem of the aging thing. That would make sense.
It is
That's the
true.
only thing that would
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
flew
yeah.
out of the window into a carbonite thing.
Yeah, he just so
He
happened.
just
you know,
laughed
like,
casually.
Please.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I mean, honestly,
Jackman.
this if you want to make timeline work, you can. This makes sense. Like somehow, like
Yeah,
someone
this could work.
found
Yeah,
him.
this could work.
Someone found him, decided to put him in carbonite or some for some reason, not sure why, and then like yeah,
Yeah.
put him in
that
Book of Boba Fett too. Lefty window, lefty Mace
Yeah,
window.
lefty window. Here, Kevin Lynch have a question. By the way, what project is Sam Jackson doing with Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah, so I saw that comment. I looked it up. It is a film called Argyle. It's an upcoming spy
Oh.
film by Matthew Vaughn, who did the Kingsman films,
Mhm.
the Kick-Ass films, X-Men First Class. It's a spy film starring Henry Cavill, Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard, John Cena, Dua Lipa, Sam Jackson, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara,
Billy
Ariana
Ray
DeBose.
Cyrus?
So yeah, no, not
Oh.
Billy Ray Cyrus, unfortunately.
Okay.
Action spy film.
What's this? Simple Joe. Prequels start way back from Nick Fury in Space Prison to slowly learn Way of the Force.
It's not the same universe just because they're Disney.
Well, it can be.
It can be. It can be. It can be.
It will be.
You know, a young Mace Windu used to be put in prison, space prison.
Oh, I thought you were
But
gonna
he,
say
but he
like
got, but he
what-
got both eyes. How does that work?
The dark
know.
side is a path.
Okay.
Wait, no,
The
how
dark
does the quote
side.
go? Dark side.
Dark side is a path to many abilities.
Abilities
Some may
some may find
consider
unnatural.
unnatural.
Actually, no. Speaking of that quote though, back to the prequel thing. I think a good prequel that could work is, if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me on this if you know. The purple lightsaber signifies that your light side of the Force, but you use dark side of the Force fighting style, right?
But not the
So
white
I think
saber,
exploring
like,
how
energy.
he knows how to fight the dark side in the prequel might be interesting.
Let's see if there's actual meanings of it, or the meaning
If I'm
was
mistaken,
made
there
up.
is like the
The-
color
Pretty sure
because
the meaning got made up after the request by Sam Jackson. Like shit. Now
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
of
make
course.
Up. George Lucas like,
Oh,
damn. Now I
I'm
gotta
pretty
make up
sure, yeah.
meanings.
No, but blue, green, yellow, white, they all have
So-
different meanings.
Okay, so purple lightsaber is moral ambiguity, used by Mara Jade, which is no longer canon, I guess, right? Because it's Mara Jade was Luke's wife in the books before the new films come out, so it's no longer canon. But it's a Jedi who use both light and dark side techniques with an aggressive style. The purple color may be interpreted as a mixture of blue and red, which is good and evil.
Yeah, there is. So maybe an exploration to like how he learned a bit of the dark side and like.
He's like, I used to be bad, but now I'm good.
All right, Lucasfilms, here our pitch. That's our pitch right there. Do it.
There you
Do
go.
it.
Yeah.
They have to
Do it.
do it.
They
Do
have
it.
to now. They have to.
It's not a
They have to now.
suggestion. It's an order.
Also, yeah. Well, if only Samuel Stein said, if only Samuel Jackson knew a person at Lucasfilm who make decisions about the future seasons of Mandalorian. John Favreau. Yeah, they're friends. They've been in MCU films. He could
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stop with him.
MCU.
Yo, Favreau.
Yo,
Back
Favreau.
in, man.
I want back in. Okay.
Hook up a friend, man.
No, and then like to prove to Favreau, he just like one day come in. He's still dressed as Nick Fury, shooting for MCU, but he have like
He's just
purple
holding a
lightsaber on his
purple
left hand,
lightsaber.
and then just
Yeah.
like, looks pretty
put-
cool, right?
he put him in lightsaber
where?
point instead of gun point, but lightsaber points. Like
Lightsaber
Favreau, put me in.
Favreau.
Yeah, alright, yeah. So yeah, that's about it for the news that we got. Yeah, would be cool to see Samuel Jackson again as Mace Windu. So yeah, now
Yeah.
let's get into the 2 trailers that dropped this week. Let's keep the MCU for the last one, I guess. But yeah,
Sounds
let's talk about the cat.
In the hat.
puss in
No.
puss. Oh, I wish it's cat in the hat. It's a
Cat
cat
in the
in boots. Oh, Puss in Boots.
Hat in
The
the
Last Wish trailer. So yeah, so basically what the story seems to be, Puss basically got 9 lives, he used up 8, and this is his last life, so he's doing something with it. Wait, from the trailer, does it say what they're doing? What the main goal is?
survive,
Really? Yeah. It's just like objective survive.
or like he's doing some kind of heist. It seems like.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing some
Oh.
kind of heist.
So, I mean, I'll start with my thoughts on the trailer. The trailer, like, it's kind of surprised me. Something about the animation is like weirdly unique. I'm gonna
agree.
point it out. And
I
then the
agree.
story sort of intrigues me because like Puss in Boots has always been careless. So like this one, like One Last Life, kind of like, okay, this is kind of this. I don't know why I want to compare it with Old Man Logan now because I one last run or whatever. Like I'm not just gonna die, but like it's an interesting survivor kind of thing. I don't know if you watch any of you watch the original Puss in Boots, but it's not good.
Yeah, but
So,
it's still
like-
fun though. I think that movie is still fun to watch. Not good, not the best. I find it still fun. Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't like the first film, but this trailer kind of intrigues me. I don't know if I'll watch it in theaters, but I'll definitely watch it once it comes out. But like, if
I mean,
anything, the animation looks cool. I don't know about you guys.
yeah, something to do with animation. It's yeah, like I would say it. It feels unique. With it. So, I don't know, but it's not like too unique either.
Oh.
It's just kind of unique. Yeah, and yeah, like you say, with it being like Puss last life, it puts some kind of stakes. He can't die now, not anymore.
Yeah,
But yeah, the trailer looks a lot of fun to watch. It seems like so. I wouldn't. I would be. I would watch
swashbuckling
it.
adventure.
I would watch it though if it comes to streaming. Whenever it comes to streaming, I'll watch it for sure. I don't think I'll be watching this cinema though. Yeah. How about you, Tegu?
I don't know. I mean, again, like you guys said, the trailer seemed interesting, but I'm not too interested because I've never even seen the first.
Mm. Okay.
Like put Puss in Boots, and it's been a really long time since I last saw a Shrek movie, so not
Yeah. Okay.
not that interested. But yeah, I might look at it. Maybe we'll see, depending on you guys' reception.
All right. Yeah. How about you, Rick?
Yeah, the same with the go. I never watched the first Puss in Boots, so I was never like interested in the first place. And he was never really like my favorite character in Shrek either. It was Donkey.
Mm.
Donkey's
No,
my
yes.
favorite. But and I should mention, I think what you guys keep saying, like, oh, the animation looks different. Yeah, I think I've noticed it's like it's not really with Puss in Boots himself. It's like the surrounding, the
That
backgrounds,
is
Surrounding.
the
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
textures.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The monster, if you see like the monster fight and he's running on the roof, like you can see there's significant differences.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I like that style.
Yep. Here, I think in the chat, Star Machine says the new
Yeah,
animation
Star
style
Machine said it.
somewhat feels like Spider-Man into Spider-Verse, but only without all that glitchy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
which
I
makes
don't know how
sense.
to describe it. It's sort of like,
Same.
I don't want to say Spider Verse, but it sort of looks like a mix of like a sketch
Mm-mm-mm.
style as well. But there's like, it seems like watercolor in a way as well for some reason. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
All I know, it's something that I can get into. Looks really cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm opening shrekfandom.wiki. Looking at looking at the cast. So Antonio Banderas is back. Salma Hayek is back. Florence Pugh is gonna be voicing Goldilocks in this one. We saw
Oh,
Goldilocks
okay.
in the trailer, I believe.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
Three
yeah.
Bears.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know who's
her.
gonna play. Yeah, John Mulaney is gonna be here. Olivia Colman, Ray Winstone. So those are some of the big names.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's good. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Coming out September 23, same time as Don't Worry Darling, which is in my draft list. So I'll watch Don't Worry Darling first, obviously. But I guess this one's next.
Okay. All right. Does it say if it's theatrical or streaming or both
Let me
at the same
let me
time?
check.
Let's see.
Let's see if the Shrek fandom.wiki have anything about the releases.
Check that fandom.
Hey man, most reliable source. I don't
Most
know what to tell
reliable
you.
source. Yeah, that's what I write my essays from. Yeah, Shrek.fandom.
Don't tell me you've never Googled Shrek.wiki before.
I know everyone does it. Yeah,
Yeah.
See, the film doesn't have a Wikipedia page. That's the thing. It doesn't have a Wikipedia page just yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And
not yet.
IMDb doesn't say anything about it.
Man, is it like 5
I
days
would
ago?
I
Someone
would
would have made it
think
by now.
Yeah.
I would think it's theatrical because, like, literally, Spirit, Untamed, and Boss Baby 2 was theatrical release last year. So
That's true, actually. Yeah. Okay.
they,
Okay. So yeah. How about in the chat? Are you guys excited about this? About Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's pretty much it, I guess, for Puss in Boots. Not much thoughts on it. I think we are just, you know, pretty intrigued by it, but
Mhm.
Yeah, Naruto demand here. It's not the sequel we deserve, but it's a sequel we need.
Isn't it a quote from The Dark Knight? It's not the
It
hero
is.
we deserve, but the hero we need.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Comparing this film to the Dark Knight, oh my god,
Oh yeah, Dark Knight doesn't have a chance. Yeah.
Joker,
Dude,
Two-Face.
I mean, Dark Knight. What is Dark Knight
Lo-
even, right? Lego Batman beat
You
it.
think
Lego
okay,
Batman beat it. Yeah.
Batman versus Puss in Boots? Who wins in a fight?
I don't know, man. I think
I don't know.
I think Cat in the Hat. Wait, how
Cat
much
in the
life
Hat?
does Cat in the Hat have?
Cat in the Hat.
Wait, Cat in
He
the Hat.
hasn't died. He hasn't died. Cat in the Hat.
Oh, either way, Cat in the Hat would win in any fight.
With prep time.
With
Oh, I don't even want to imagine Cat in the Hat with prep time. That's terrifying.
Exactly.
Goosebumps.
You never know what's gonna come out of his hat.
Oh my god! Just saw him.
So yeah,
You say Cat in the Hat 3 times, he pop on screen. You know.
That. Top ta.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next trailer. That we got. MCU stuff. Miss Marvel trailer. So yeah. It dropped this week as well. So let's go. In the chat as well. Chime in. What's your thought on Miss Marvel? The trailer, and yeah, let's go around first and see how let's do a vibe check on Miss
Do a
Marvel
vibe
trailer.
check. Why is it a vibe check this time?
Vibe check.
Vibe check. Miss Marvel vibe check. Let's go. Ariq,
Let's go.
vibe
let's
to
go.
it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, there
Okay,
you
no,
go.
no. Not done. To be honest, I actually don't know what to think. I mean, like, when the trailer was released, me and Kelvin just finished reacting to a Monster Hunter trailer somewhere. Kelvin, link them. Link it.
The pre-Lords
Link the-
trailer.
link the video. Anyways, but yeah, like after we watched that, we watched it. Basically, we just watched a video game trailer. That was cool. And then when I watched afterwards, I just directly watched the trailer. I'm just like, damn, all that feeling of hypeness from a game now is all gone just because
Yeah.
the
I think the first time
Miss
I watched it,
Marvel.
problem is we just got too hyped from watching a game trailer.
Yeah, that so like this just brought it down. So I'm just like, oh, okay, like okay, look, it's just a Miss Marvel trailer. There's nothing
you-
significant or interesting about it. I'm just
All right, I
like,
remember
oh.
this. You guys posted a YouTube video of the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw that. I got notification of the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, in any case, yeah, but in any case, I'm just like, okay. Oh, I don't know anything about Miss Marvel, so I don't really care about it.
Okay.
And when I watched the trailer, I didn't exactly learn anything else new apart from that her powers are not what it was in the comic.
Yeah, it seems it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So that's all I think about it, really.
Alright. How about Teguh? What's your vibe in this?
I'm not interested.
Damn, alright, the first MCU series that Teguh is not interested.
Like, I
right?
don't know. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. Like, just from watching the trailer, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. It's just that it fails to make me excited.
Yeah.
Um,
Understandable.
I don't know. It just doesn't like the whole tone of it and everything. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't really appeal to me that much. Just from what I've seen. And I'm not. Out of all of us, as always, I'm probably like the least knowledgeable about Marvel stuff. But I do know they changed their powers. I noticed that, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion on whether I would like that or not.
Okay.
Because again, I've never really given much attention to the original one, but it is raising questions, like why are they changing it, or like
Yeah.
are they really gonna go through with this? But I don't know. I'm just okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. How about you, Bert?
I do not hate the trailer. I do not get as much hype for the trailer as much as the other show's initial trailer. The lowest one is maybe Falcon and the Winter Soldier in terms of like the trailer excitement level. The highest one is maybe like WandaVision and Moon Knight and Hawkeye and Loki, I guess, like the four. This one
Everything
doesn't.
else.
Yeah, this one, it's interesting. They're definitely going with the coming of age kind of John Hughes Spider-Man Homecoming type of vibe, right? With the high school thing, and like they're they're trying to capture the magic of like this fascination of her character of like I'm in the Marvel universe and I love the superheroes and everything. Like in the beginning, I love it. I love those parts of like she's like that she's wearing the Avenger shirt and like she's just daydreaming. It's like that's really that's a cool aspect of it. But the more the trailer goes, the more tonally it goes kind of messy, in my opinion. Like the coming of age stuff like kind of got lost in the mix a little bit. And the criticism, the initial criticism of like the power change is less and less problematic for me the more I think about it. Because like I think they're gonna go with because she's gonna be in the Marvels. They want to
Okay.
bring her into the cosmic side of things, so like her power getting more cosmic instead of like in the because and we'll talk about this in the comics. She's an Inhumans, so even though Inhumans technically is cosmic, but they didn't really do it in the MCU. So if they want to make her connected to Captain Marvel and to Carol and to Monica Rambeau, it would make sense of this one. So I'm having less of an issue with that the more I think about it. But just like the whole vibe of it, it doesn't excite me too much.
Yeah.
It's something about the tone of the series.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, yo, I feel like the coming of age part that we see, it got the coming of age feeling to the series. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with Albert when they're showing those parts. It feel, it's fun. I would like to be in that position, living in the MC universe, geeking out on the heroes. That'll be pretty fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, once they show all the powers and stuff, I don't know. Uh, it's just alright, I guess. What's the name? Yeah, the whole trailer itself doesn't really, yeah, get me interested or hype for it. Yeah, doesn't help that, personally, I'm not really quite. Like I don't know much about about what's her name, Miss Marvel, yeah, but
Miss
it's
Marvel,
like I'm not the
Kamala
biggest
Khan.
fan either. So yeah.
So okay, just real quick, how familiar are all of you guys with Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan,
She
Well,
got her
no.
power from a mess of some
Terrigen
sort.
Mist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, I do have to
how
say there's quite a lot of mist in that trailer.
I I used her for about 5 minutes in the
Lego?
Switch Lego Marvel game.
She's
Five
cool looking. Like
minutes.
she's cool looking.
You
I
can
I know
stay
I
with
know
her.
her hand like gets bigger and stuff,
Yeah.
and she can fit through like air vents.
True.
So
So
that's true.
let me. I guess I'll do a brief
History.
explanation. I guess because I read the first few issues, the first run of Miss Marvel, and because she's such a beloved character. She's a beloved character because she's a Pakistani character, which is never represented that much in the comics, and she's also Muslim, which is a big part of it because that's never represented in the comics as well. And just she's unique to herself and like being a fan, and literally she write fan fiction in the comics about Wolverine and Spider Man, and
Mm.
when she met them, she's like geeking out, so that's cool. Uh, but yeah, she's basically a high school student who lives in Jersey City, which is in New Jersey. So unlike New York, she's gonna be on her own in a pretty much way. And like she got exposed to Terrigen Mist, which is what gives the power to the Inhumans. And in her, when she got exposed to the Terrigen Mist, she wanted to be a hero, and her favorite hero, her idol, is Captain Marvel. So after the Terrigen Mist got disappear, her appearance changed to Carol Danvers. And then she thought that's like, oh wow, so the Terrigen Mist like give me. She doesn't know Terrigen Mist, but like she thought she was hallucinating or whatever. But she got the powers of Carol Danvers, and she becomes a hero kind of thing. And she sort of wanna hide her identity because she doesn't feel comfortable with her own skin. So being like Carol Danvers, her idols like sort of embrace her inner self, and then she eventually realized that her true self is the elongated version, the ambiguous version of herself, and she become a hero after she feels comfortable with her own skin and like being that hero uh that sort of like for her local community and everything. And that's like what's so unique about her.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that's basically like her origin story. So like people, the fact that they change the power sort of mess with people's perception of it a little bit, I
That
think.
that's the thing though. Like, yeah, they changed the power, but there's glimpses of it when you watch the trailer. Like when she's jumping over the roof and stuff. Like when she do like one of those long jumps, you can see her hands and legs kind of stretch.
Let me
guys
see if I can
notice
find
that?
that frame. I've heard
You
about
guys?
it.
Yeah. When I was rewatching it for this episode, I noticed that. I'm like, why is it
Oh,
stretching?
the one I noticed most is what is it? I don't know. She was just like standing there like in a room, and then suddenly like she throws a punch, and it's like her hands get bigger.
Yeah, but
That's the one
that's
I noticed.
Yeah, see, okay,
like,
yeah,
yeah. You
I
see
see
this?
that.
Yeah.
Like it's if they're using the cosmic power to elongate her, so she can still elongate. Okay, yeah, that's definitely stretched. That's like
Yeah.
that's cool at least. That's sort of
I'm fine with it if they do that. The thing is, they give her the power to like shoot cosmic
yeah,
plasma kind of thing. That's what I'm
yeah.
not a huge fan of.
And the force field, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't really like about it.
I if the worry was because like elasticity doesn't translate to the big screen in terms of special effects, so they had to cover it up with this thing.
hmm
That's I can like okay, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah,
yeah, but
that is definitely elongated.
Yeah, because honest
Yeah. Oh
elasticity
yeah,
is
yeah,
like
that
that,
is
weird.
that is definitely
that is
elongated.
definitely right.
Yeah.
And it's not like just it's not just like projection because it
Force,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
the lake looks big. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, basically that. Yeah, again, I don't. Yeah, the fact that they give her the force field and the shooting power cosmic thing, that's what I don't like about this power change. If you just still keep it like she used the cosmic, but the whole power is still ambiguous stuff, you know, I think people wouldn't mind as much, kind of thing, right? People would just be like, all right, sure. Yeah.
Is there any
Um,
particular scene from the trailer that like because most of us are like pretty mad about it? Is there any particular scene from the trailer that sort of like kind of excite you or no?
Oh, what I quite like about is they kind of do kind of like that Scott Pilgrim kind of thing with the comic effects. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
with the comic effects. That one, I quite like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Uh, hey, now she got her power because she's using the bracelet thing,
Then
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's using that bracelet thing. Where do you think that bracelet came from? Kree?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you think that's gonna be related to the Ten Rings?
No.
I don't think so. No, no. I
I
think
You don't think they're
I
gonna try to draw some sort of vague line between those two?
I think I feel
no.
like because this is more going to the cosmic side, so it's going to be connected to the Skrulls or the Kree kind of thing. That's what I'm going with it.
I think it's gonna be Kree because Inhumans is also sort of Kree because
Oh,
Inhumans are created by the Kree who experimented on humans.
oh,
Um,
okay.
so yeah, if they're gonna tie that a little bit, then and Captain Marvel is already Kree. Monica, I guess, is Kree. I'm not sure. Whatever the Hex did to her. If they're gonna tie that in, if it becomes like a band from the Kree that gives her the powers, that would at least make her fit in that group, like the
Mm,
Kree MCU heroes.
yeah, that's
But like
true.
I don't know how that band becomes in the. I keep on saying I keep on wanting to say Nega band because it's like a comic thing, but I don't think that's Nega band. Nega band I believe is Nova. I think I'm not sure. I forgot, or maybe it is Captain Marvel. I don't remember. Um, but yeah, I don't know how that comes to her possession because she found it in like a chest in the comic in the trailer. Like
Yeah,
who would own that in Jersey City? Nothing happens
like,
in New Jersey, you know.
well, what I'm
No
thinking
offense
is
in Jersey.
maybe one of those things, like because there are Skrulls that hid out that were in hiding, right? So maybe this is one of their hideout kind of thing. One of the old Skrull hideout that you just stumble upon for some reason and like, oh, chest, opens it. Where is it? Power.
Oh.
Not the best
Oh.
explanation, but yeah.
Because I thought she found it in the attic of her house or something.
Is it in her house?
I don't think it's in her house. I'm not
I don't
sure.
know.
But
Whose house
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Whose house is she going to? Checking in attics.
Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, my guess is, yeah, it's some kind of a Skrull hideout.
I definitely don't think it's her house because I think her family is oblivious towards it. It's something. It's somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone's house.
Someone's
Weird
house.
things happen in
Someone's
New
house.
Jersey. You know.
You said
At least,
nothing happens in New Jersey.
Yeah, nothing happens and weird things happen. It happened at the
Oh,
same
okay,
time.
there you go. Him.
At least this is New Jersey, so we won't have to see if she. I mean, it's literally across the river, right? But like, we won't be exposed. We won't be expecting of like Spider-Man swinging by, Daredevil, whatever. It's like it's kind of his own thing. So at least that's isolated in that way. At least that's fun. So yeah.
I want to
Mm.
see what's name her point of view when No Way Home was happening.
Fair.
It's like she's
Oh, yeah,
looking
fun-
true.
across the
fun
island
fact-
like,
Fun fact: Circle Q is a big part of the comics because I don't remember if it's her or it's her friend. I think it's her friend who worked in Circle Q. Well, now Circle Q exploded in this scene, so I feel bad about it. I don't think her friend is there, but like it's like she sort of become the Circle Q become like her headquarters, sort of, when she have to change and like do some hero work, because her friend know about it. But yeah, it's a cool reference there.
yeah. Yeah, very much. I don't know. Is there anything else that stands out from the trailer?
I like her bedroom.
You like the what?
I like her bedroom. They got it. There's
Sure.
a Captain Marvel poster. Looks cool.
Sure. Oh wait, by the way, do we know who will be the villain in this series?
No clue.
I mean, all we know is that someone's chasing her.
To be fair, we never know any of the villains in any of the Marvel series based on the
It's-
trailer. The only
That's
one
the
that we
trailer.
sort of know is Falcon and Winter Soldier because I think Zemo. But like they never expose us to any of the villains in any of the Marvel shows. Now that I think about
Yeah,
it,
not directly.
Not directly, yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
they,
let's
they didn't show the
do-
Tech Shoot Mafia in the Hawkeye series. They didn't show us the villain in Loki because that's a big part.
like from what I noticed is that she's chased by military people. So isn't there that something called I don't know, Roxxon stuff?
Roxxon is a corporation.
Yeah.
Have they done Roxxon in the MCU?
I don't know. Have they? Roxxon MCU, is that a thing
Because
yet?
Roxxon
Yes,
is
sounds
part
like
of
it,
Cloak
kinda.
and Dagger, the TV show, but that's non-canon because it's not MCU. Even though I hope it's MCU because I want to see those two appear.
I don't think Roxxon has appeared yet in the MCU.
Roxxon is like an energy corporation that does like oil and as well and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think Roxxon is in the MCU yet.
Okay, so yeah, it's the only thing we've ever seen it is in Cloak and Dagger, and
Yeah.
it's on Daredevil. Is it? I don't know.
But is that Daredevil still canon?
It's gonna be a soft reboot, so yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, so technically no. Roxxon hasn't appeared yet in the MCU.
So
Maybe
it
Roxxon wants
it
something to do with this.
exists. It probably exists, but yeah, never like involved in any storylines.
I mean, like honestly, I don't know. Like Roxxon makes sense because we see like soldiers with like cool armor and like
But they're an oil company. Why would they have cool armors?
Why not?
because I don't know. I just Google. I just Google
Why
Miss
not?
Marvel. I just Google Miss Marvel villains. Screen Rant put Roxxon as number 2. as you know their coolest.
Yeah, come on, Albert. My dad works at an oil company. He gets cool armor as well.
Oh, okay,
There you
okay.
go.
I didn't know that. I never met anyone
Nice.
working in an oil company.
No, he doesn't actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
someone
look-
from
look at-
Roxxon
look at that
company is like
bedroom.
realized
So
like,
cool.
hey, we want her power. We need
like
that
the shot.
bracelet.
She looks like
Yeah.
she's trying to touch hands or high five with Captain Marvel.
Well, she's doing something to her door. That's what she's doing.
She's closing her door. We literally saw her closing her door.
Oh, did she now? Jeez, like I said, I wasn't paying I wasn't
Mother is
paying
like,
attention.
Kamala, I'm gonna come out. The door just-
Feels bad for Yusuf.
Oh, is that what happened? So she closed the door and then Circle K blew up. A Q, I mean.
Oh well, now we know.
Oh my god.
Definitely related. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
But
know what else to say
interesting
about
choice
this.
of Roxxon. I don't
Wait,
know.
where are the military people?
So, yeah.
JC?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't see it.
Like if you go
Somewhere-
back
somewhere in the
just now, I don't think it's in the middle. It's around the back end, I think, of the. No, basically people coming out from what you call that, like black SUVs.
that's
You
the
know?
one right after this scene.
Yeah,
Right, this one.
yeah, people coming out of SUVs, so there must be bad
Are
people.
they going into a mosque?
Yeah, to
You're not
capture
supposed to wear.
Kamala.
You're not supposed to wear shoes in a mosque, aren't you, Ariq?
Well, they don't know that.
Albert, do they look like they
And
care?
and this and
No.
this. Like if you
Well,
go to
this,
this,
yeah.
this might be the
that's
villain.
disrespectful.
This might be the villain,
To
the
the
four
culture.
people in the mist thingy. You know, that could be the villain. That's
Oh,
the
that
main
looks
people.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
know.
was talking about with the hand thing.
Yeah, if when they're doing something like this, I don't mind, kind of thing.
That is not the
as
same
much.
scene. That is not the
not.
same
No,
scene.
it's not.
Is this
it's
like a
not.
subway station? That's definitely a villain. Whoever that
Yeah.
is.
Generic masked man 2.
Generic ninja boy.
Generic Masked Man 2. Imagine
Yeah.
if we never figured out his name and it was just some
I
throwaway
think- I
villain,
think
and in the
whoever
credits
she
it actually
is-
says Generic Masked Man 2.
I think whoever
He's-
she is, she might be the villain. It says Najma. I think she might be a villain. She seems
Is
menacing. I
Najma
don't know.
anyone in the comics or?
I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't
Oh,
read
that's
that
the
far.
people we're talking about, the laser tag people.
Najma.
That's
Marvel.
the guy that she have a crush on. I don't know what
Oh, I
happened to
thought
him.
that was Tom Holland. Maybe I'm just being.
Also, is this the first time in the MCU where someone used what's it called? The mask. There's a name for that mask.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Bandit
Eye
mask.
mask.
Is it just called bandit
It's
mask?
not a bandit mask. There's a
Isn't-
name for
isn't-
it.
Isn't that just called the bandit mask?
No,
yeah,
it's
it
not.
is.
No, it's not.
I
It's-
googled bandit mask and that kind appears.
Yeah, but it's not the actual name.
What?
I wanna.
Is it like the ones
Well,
they use
yeah.
in Italy or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like for
Sort
those
of.
like masquerades. No, what are they called?
Oh, not masquerades. Oh,
Oh,
we
by
had
the way,
that in Assassin's
Najma is
Creed.
not a character in the comics. Seems like.
Not a character in the comics. It's not.
Yeah. yeah.
I don't know. If anyone
Um,
knows the name of it that we're thinking of, let us know in the live chat. Anyway,
Oh.
is there anything in the live chat, by the way?
There's a lot of
yeah,
things.
Let's go. Wait, before
A lo-
that, like,
While we
um,
look into this.
All I
the-
can
what's
say is
the
that
name?
we are in the opposite spectrum.
That's the cool armor thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just Teguh on a normal day of airsoft.
No, but yeah, still, what's the name?
Why am
Roxanne
why am I a character in every Disney movie now?
Well, I don't know Teguh. Oh, I bet you this is white. Teguh's working.
Again,
for them.
like seeing that, I feel like it makes sense if it's a Roxxon corporation. I feel like they would have armies if they're big enough. Who
They
knows?
would just
I mean,
hire
it's
mercenaries.
not unfeasible that they'd have a PMC
Yeah.
working with them, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
do
what
like
they'll
the
do.
shot when she's sitting on the street lamp thing.
It's so
Looking
cool.
over the
It's
skyline.
such a cool shot.
That's a cool shot. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
Alright,
that's
yeah.
literally that's like a cross that it's sort of like her admiring.
Mhm.
Like that is where all the heroes are. That's literally all the heroes
Oh,
are
that's New
literally
York,
across
yeah.
the river. That's New York. I'm like that's a Avengers Tower is somewhere here. I don't know where.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
There.
go to the comment here. Katie Lynch going, this is going to be exciting. I relate to Kamala so much in the comics and I can't wait for this. Yeah. Star Machine, gotta say, the use of blinding lights really made the trailer more amazing than it already was. Can't wait to see what wonderful series Marvel is going to bring us. We're really not in the same wavelength here.
Like
right
I
now.
said,
Yeah,
we're in a different spectrum. Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
Everybody loves this trailer. We're
there.
just like okay.
This other comment. I'm skipping ahead. There's a comment by Katie again about blinding lights. That's like, she thinks that the blinding light is a, it's like the song choice is symbolic to Kamala being blinded by the light of being a superhero, not knowing the harsh
here's
and
the thing
heavy
with me,
realities
right?
that it carries.
Yeah.
I understand
Just
why they
interesting.
chose a
Wait.
song.
But
I
wait, Jesus Christ.
Go
Jeez,
ahead,
wait,
Teguh.
no,
Go ahead. Go
Albert
ahead.
is
Teguh.
reading Katie's.
No, I mean that's
No, with the song, like I get why they picked the song, and it makes sense, and I'm fully with it. It's just that I've heard that song so many times, I'm tired of it.
I've
That's my only problem with it. I'm just tired of the song.
Funny enough, I've never heard of the song like unironically.
It's the
Listen to it.
weekend.
Spotify, no,
baby.
because Spotify for some reason thinks I love that song.
Alright, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Like,
move
I like
on.
to
Let's
pick a
move
song
on.
and
Let's
put it on
not talk
song
about
radio,
your
and I just hear
Spotify.
that. I heard it like 10 times in a week, and I was like, oh god. I
Alright,
hate it.
let's
Yes, we know
go.
to go. Yes.
Let's see what's next. Samuel Stein. They changed her powers. Unacceptable. Her powers were goofy and awkward, just like her as a person. They had unique aspects to them.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Samuel
Yeah.
Stein still did not like the change. yeah.
Hmm.
What's this? Star Machine. By the way, the red scarf which swings in the wind. That's the iconic symbol of Miss Marvel. Classic. Can't wait to see this series. And not to be fair, like sure we are not that excited about it, but MCU has been. I mean, so far they have like with
Did
Shang-Chi, we
well.
are like, who the hell is Shang-Chi?
Who
Turns
the
out
hell-
being one of the better movies.
Who does that lie?
you know, so
Yeah, the
far they have
disappointing one was
been.
Eternals.
Eternals was probably
Yeah, and
the
that was
one
like
that's
a big
quite
hype for
disappointing.
me.
Yeah, and then like MCU series, we were not like I mean like we are hype about to see the characters, but we are not like sure how it will be. And turns out it's amazing so far. you
Most of
know,
it is good, I
yeah,
guess. I would
most
say.
of it, yeah,
I've been thinking about this a lot, but a lot of the MCU stuff they had troubles wrapping up the series.
yeah.
Literally the best one that sort of did it is Hawkeye, in my opinion, and that's not even perfect because there is stuff that they cop out. So I'm like, they're gonna introduce a new. This is the first one. I guess we'll see how Tom Moon Knight does, but this is the first one where they introduce a new character and they have to create an arc for her with a limited runtime. So I'm so curious of how they're gonna wrap it up and at the same time connect her to the Marvels because we already know
Okay.
she's gonna be part of it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Fatal movies. I'm super excited for this show. My only worry is that this change in powers will affect the comics. I would hate for them to retcon comic Miss Marvel's power just because of TV shows.
I didn't thought about that. That has happened.
That happened before? Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
mean, they've done a lot of stuff that they changed in the comics because to connect with MCU, like
Oh.
they changed stuff about Wanda and Pietro with the Magneto relationship. Because of that,
Oh.
they've done
Oh yeah.
they've
I
changed
wouldn't.
several stuff. Yeah, that's just not
I
one.
mean,
This one.
yeah, that's a good concert. Yeah. I mean, I rather like have it the comic still being the ambiguous thing, not this cosmic
Yeah,
power
I think they
weird
will keep
stuff.
it. I think they will keep it separate.
They have to. It's more unique, the ambiguous stuff rather
Mhm.
than cosmic power. Shoot cosmic. No, you already got Captain Marvel for that. Yeah, Naruto the man also really looking forward to this. Not sure how much I love changing her powers up to make them all sparkly, but I guess let's see how it translates. Yes. Yeah. Uh, is there anything else in the chat? Yeah, Joe asks, I haven't watched the trailer, but who's her enemies and why they fight it? If she has one, well, for the
We
bracelet, I'm
lit-
assuming.
yeah. We
Yeah, for the
literally don't
bracelet,
know who the
probably.
enemies are, but
Her
Yeah,
that's
enemies,
normal.
her enemies are oppression because of her religion.
What?
damn. I mean, again,
If they tackle the subject matter, that's gonna be insane.
I'm going to screen friends. Like, what's that name? Miss Marvel, main comic book villains. Well, rank lamest to coolest.
Oh, Liam the coolest.
Number
Okay.
1 is Storm Ranger. No idea who
Wow.
that is.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds cool. And then number 2 is Roxxon Corporation. The whole
Yeah, that
corporation.
is
There you
weird.
go. And then
Okay.
Kaboom. That's the name. Kaboom. Yeah. Uh, I feel like we don't see any of that in the trailer. So,
No.
yeah, my guess is
Uh,
Roxxon.
yeah, Roxanne makes the more sense. I mean, it's a company.
Yeah, it's a company. Sending an army to get a kit to get a bracelet seems to make sense for an evil company. Yeah.
Evil company.
Yeah.
Evil company.
Yeah. Submachine. Yeah. I had my expectation low so that I would be surprised if it came out as good. Out
Just
just
like
like Shang-Chi. Yeah.
just like Shang-Chi.
True.
Yeah, I do want to say though, I hope people don't bully her, sort of like they did with
Mhm.
Kelly Marie Tran, and like there's another example recently of like, oh, you ruined the franchise, well, but like it's not.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
This is like her first big thing, and you really,
Mhm.
it's a big
it's
pressure.
not
So yeah,
it's not the actor's fault that it's bad if it
Yeah,
is
that's the
bad.
thing, right?
yeah,
It's never.
Iman
It's
Vellani.
honestly, it's never the actor's fault because they're just doing what they're told to do.
Yeah. If it's bad, it's literally anything else.
Yeah.
Watch, like imagine people don't like the series and they blame it on Iman Vellani, and then she appears in the Marvels and just awesome, and people like switch her mind.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. I have a feeling that might happen.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. Uh, so yeah, that's Do you have any other thoughts on Miss Marvel?
Um, I'm looking
I
forward to it still. But yeah, also like there is a funny comparison saying like, oh, they changed her powers because they want to compare him to Mr. Fantastic, so they change it to Invisible Woman's power sets for sure. That is dumb.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I mean, like, even if you're not that excited for it, you're still going to watch it anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
you're still
watch
going
it.
to
We'll
watch it
review it.
anyway. We'll still
We'll tell
review
you
it
what
and
we think.
everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
maybe again, MCU likes to surprise us.
Yes.
So yeah, we might be surprised by this one as well. This
Mm.
could be in the top. Not top one. I think Hawkeye will still be better.
Yeah.
Maybe in the
We'll
top
have to
five.
see.
We'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Star Mission lists out the upcoming MCU movies that we'll be having. It's like,
Next month is
well,
Moon Knight.
March
Moon
should be
Knight is
first.
end of
Moon Knight,
yeah
end of
yeah.
March. Yeah.
I guess
Mid of
April.
March.
Yeah.
And then May we'll have Multiverse of Madness. June we'll have Miss
Beginning
Marvel,
May,
and
May.
July
Yeah.
we'll have Love and Thunder. So yeah, we
We're
have
waiting
a
for the
lot.
trailer for Love and Thunder's trailer coming out soon. I'm guessing
Should be coming out soon. Yeah.
because I think this is Spider-Man's trailer came out around this time and before the release, like this duration length of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing this Love and Thunder should be sometime soon as well,
Okay. Okay.
like
So
tracking
yeah,
wise.
I guess yeah. Do Teguh and Abik have any other opinions on
Nope.
Miss Marvel? No.
Trailer is still eh.
Alright,
Oh,
yeah.
I tell you. Different wavelength.
Yeah,
How about
pretty much.
how about Teguh?
No.
Anything else to add? No. All right. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess, for all the trailer talk. So yeah, let's just that's basically all we have to talk about. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's plug it out like usual.
Oh.
Teguh, go ahead.
You can find me on Instagram at TG23399 and on Twitter at Tegidu.
Nice. Yeah. Abik.
You can find me on Instagram, Ariq Andria. Find me on Letterbox at Rikidu. I should add something there.
Okay.
Letterbox.
Alright, yeah, and you guys can find me on Instagram at KYA27, Disco Monkey on Letterbox and YouTube. Yes, yeah, me and Arik, we did a whole live reaction. Wow.
It didn't get
Yeah,
as many views as
it's,
we expected, Kelvin, but
I don't know.
it's
I
okay.
actually haven't checked yet. Actually haven't checked yet, but we'll see. But yeah, if you, I mean, if you play Monster Hunter, you'll be hyped. But yeah, all right, yeah, Albert, go ahead.
check me out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and JA Wiradharma. I post weird stuff on it on Twitter. I sometimes post stuff on Instagram. I post movie stuff on not well, yeah, movie stuff on TikTok. Dude, my review for Turning Red blew up like 3,000 views, even more than the Batman. I'm like, what the hell is
Damn.
going on? I'm gonna start plugging the Councilmen, and I did at
Did
the
you?
very end of the TikTok, but I don't know if people stick around for the very end, so I have to figure out a way how to plug the Councilmen so people will check it out. But yeah, check me out on Jaw Movies at YouTube and Letterbox. If you want to see the live version of the show, check it out on the YouTube live 10:30 EST at this right now, um, every Sunday. And then Letterbox, yeah, just check out all my reviews and stuff.
All right, yeah.
And check out the Councilman Show, the Councilman, wherever you listen to podcasts, in Spotify, Podbean, Castbox, Apple Podcasts, wherever. And at the Councilman Show on Twitter and Instagram, follow us to see our live updates on everything when we're going live, when we post a new content, everything like that. And leave a review on those platforms that you listen to, and we'll read it out on the show. Like this week, we got a review.
Yay! Yeah, let's read
Woohoo.
the review. Let's bring it up. Here we got a review from Castbox. From Alia Cartwright. Love the show. These folks are hip and funny, yet have a ton of wisdom about films and TV, especially when it comes to the geeky side of things. Always enjoy listening and try to catch the show on YouTube Live sometimes. Thank you for that. Yeah. My only issue is that sometimes they get too much engaged with the live chat, which is great for live viewers, but it is very disorienting and ruins the flow of the show on the audio only on playback. If I could rate the show it would be 4 out of 5, but I always seek them for the Marvel content. Thank you for the criticism. Yeah. Okay. Good feedback. Good feedback.
Constructive criticism, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
take it. Yeah. We'll. Yeah. Well, if
I guess
you ever catch the live show, try to chime in the chat.
yeah,
It'll be fun.
I guess I never really thought about it. If you're only listening to audio and then we're like in the middle of a conversation and we jump into a live chat, it can be like I guess it can be a little bit
Yeah,
You
that's
have to read
disorienting.
it out for them and everything.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, talking
We'll
about
work on it.
yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah, but talking about MCU stuff, next week we are planning before the release, before Moon Knight starts.
One
We
night,
are
yeah.
going to do our updated MCU rankings. Yeah. So you know, look, not look out, more like
Watch
what's the
out!
word?
No, 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 watch out.
Oh, not watch out. Why do you have to be so
Look
loud,
around.
Look
Just
forward
stay
to
tuned.
that.
Stay tuned
Quick
for that
question.
next
I
week.
gotta. I guess I gotta ask you because just like you said, rankings. Are we doing just top 10 or everything?
Oh, everything I thought, right? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
ranking,
All right.
ranking as in like everything,
We gotta. We gotta.
including
We gotta work on the runtime. Hopefully, I don't know how long
yeah,
it's gonna go.
hopefully, but this time we're including the MCU series as well, so not just movies. So this is all MCU, basically movies
Check
and
out.
series.
Check out
Yeah.
our. I don't recommend it because the audio quality is not that good. But check out our second episode ever. I believe that is the top 10 MCU films, and see how much our rating changed. I remember at that point, Teguh putting Age of Ultron above Avengers. So we'll see if that sticks.
What
I
an
remember
idiot!
I remember I put Iron Man
Hmm.
2 in my top 10. I
I'm
think
gonna,
that's
I'm
gonna
gonna, I'm
change.
gonna, try, I'm gonna try to rewatch. I'm gonna try to rewatch some stuff that I haven't seen in a while and see if my opinion change on it.
Yeah, same. So probably next week's weekly watches is just a lot of MCUs, maybe.
We could probably just skip weekly watches next week and just jump to this.
I think we have to
honestly,
skip.
Because
Yeah,
I
let's just
think
skip it.
it might take
Let's
it
just
might take a
dedicate it straight
while.
up to MCU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're
how,
gonna be talking about like 20.
how many movies are there and
A
series?
lot.
Not Kelvin, a lot. It's
How
really
many
more than when
MCU
we started
movies?
before.
Way more. So they have
Yeah,
27 MCU movies plus like 6 series now.
the 6 series, yeah. We have a lot of
There is
options.
no way there's 27 films. Really? I thought 27
I
is the
don't know.
full thing.
I don't know. I just Google how many MCU movies and it's like 27 MCU movies. There you go.
All
From
right.
Google.
But yeah, that'll be next week. So tune in.
So yeah,
And
tune in for
feel
that.
free to criticize us on our taste, and then we'll just say that your taste suck and our taste is better.
Yeah, Malbert. Okay.
You thought this was a democracy.
It is not.
But yeah, so with that, the councilman has spoken. And we'll see you on the next episode. Yeah, so gotta rewatch the MCU, boys.